Dear Diary, last
Dear.
session we had really cool things happen, and honestly, Halish said it the best, in my opinion. Halish, would you be willing to say it out so that it's easier for us to write down in diaries?
Yeah, there was a lot of shit that happened.
Excellent, thank you. Well, if you want to elaborate, I'll give you a D6 or a hero point. Would you be willing to do
Okay,
that?
I think so, but we should also maybe roll to see if anyone else wants
Oh,
to.
sure. Would anyone else like to roll to see if they want to etch into the diary? Going once?
I'm
Oh
trying to
yeah, I
remember
love
what
diary
happens.
etching.
Going twice?
Fuck.
Oh, going thrice.
Damn.
And taken by Halish, the gluttonous, greedy zombie that he is. Take it away.
Uh, Dear Diary, in a bloody battle, we defeated all but one of the terror birds, collected some corpses and a few eggs, and then we headed back to the tower. There, Phaedrith had taken down another one of the larger birds, and when Phaedrith and Casimir were attempting to repair the cleansing structure, Casimir made a mistake of sticking his arm down the device and lost like all the flesh from it. It was pretty gnarly. So now Casimir is part skeleton, I guess. We headed back to the manor to rest, and there was a messenger skeleton who mistook me for their father after a bit of subterfuge. Their message was, "Residents of Kalak Manor, thou art hereby invited to the Seven Stomachs, Seven Veils celebration, from which 7 meals will be given to our 7 celebrated creatures who saved our very city from the poisoning plot, severing the head of the witch. You are to meet on 7 Veils on the new moon's night at the Governor's Manor. If you are not there for the masquerade, or if you do not dance at the masquerade, you will die and your body will be animated to dance itself." And then, with 7 days to go, we had some work to do. Grimnir ended up earning some gold working for the Builders Guild. I went to the empty threshold and, after being tortured with starvation, learned to consume light and the knowledge of others. And Mr. Carlo, hearing that they would be a dance present, instructed Casimir and Phaedrith on how to dance at a ball. And Casimir had purchased some fancy clothing for everyone, as well as working on a meal that he would end up presenting to the governor by first making a potion called Sweet Ghastly Dream. It makes the living subservient to the dead, which seems kind of interesting. So, when looking for one of the ingredients, he found his way to the Fickle Ghoul and the Major Domo, indulging in a guilty pleasure. Major Domo informed Casimir that the Enter Threshold had a Velstrak whose extraplanar flesh could be bargained for, and so Casimir asked Phaedrith to get some meat for him, and then the Velstrak asked to be there for Phaedrith's suffering in return. Casimir then hosted a dinner for Baron Littlestone, who is just a farmer named Baron, B-A-R-E-N. And speaking about the solution we had found in order to force him to eat the delicious soup, after failing to have Baron drink the Sweet Ghastly Dream Potion, and then we had spiked the soup, I guess. So now he's kind of under a spell to, obey the undead, after spending some time in our opulent basement. On the day of 7 Veils, we made our way to the governor's quarter, and there was a castle in all but name, and we had provided a veil by the serving ghosts. It was kind of spooky. Speaker Neth of Mekatar had started the night with a performance of the Geb National Anthem by children before the ball started in earnest. Mr. Kolo danced with different partners, Grimnir danced with multiple partners, I danced with a very large being, while Casimir and Phaedrith danced together. However, someone stepped in between and handed a card to each of them. Phaedrith sitting there still playing a shadow, but Casimir displayed his beheaded sister. And the same person put an end to the dance and disapparated the masks of everyone. Mr. Kolo ended the dance with Stitch Skull Grimnir with what looked like 2 vampiric women, and I, Mr. Kolo's ex-wife, Bloodlord Iskorla. And the one who stepped in between Casimir and Phaedrith was none other than Chancellor Kemnabi himself. Kaz seemed quite smitten by that. Once they all took their seats, the chandelier fell and the Velstrak from the empty threshold appeared. It seems that we are the next form of entertainment. And I guess people believe the Tax Collectors Union will be opening the bank again, but we have a document that says otherwise.
It's a secret document. Surely, that won't have any repercussions of the like. Thank you so much for your recap, and I'm very happy for us to hop into it as a bard plays waltzing music and people begin to feast while you have to feast on pain. Pain is being served. Thank you for your recap. Do you want a hero point or did you want a D6?
I'll take a hero point.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bargain with him for the D10 instead.
The D10.
Yeah, bargain with him.
Making it a D10.
I don't want to give up part of myself for the D10.
All right, we got a recap question for roleplay question. It's very non-committal. If your character had to choose a body part to lose, what would it be?
Well, I'm right out. I feel like if Phaedrith answers, he's cheating.
Going once?
Oh wait, what was the question? What was the question?
If your character had to choose a body part to lose, what would it be? Going once. Going twice.
No, I beat you, Grimnir. I beat you.
Oh, I didn't roll. What?
Yeah, you didn't
Okay.
roll. Hurry
You
up.
win.
Hurry up. Where's the roll?
I'm not rolling.
Fine. Casimir. Tell
It's
me.
Yeah, I got you, Piccolo. So if I had to choose a body part to lose,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would probably be my right arm, so I can balance out my loss of leg on the left side.
Lopsided, wouldn't you be?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So I think I try to have some kind of equilibrium in that regard. Also, I feel like arms sell for pretty well at the meat market, so it feel like it gets pretty.
That's, you know what? The Export Guild would love you.
Yeah. So I feel like that's arm.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for answering my question. All right. I think we're going to jump into it if that's okay with everybody.
Sure.
Perfect. Oh, you get to ask somebody else about it as I give you a D4. I'm so sorry. I forgot. There's a 2-for-1. Casimir?
What's up?
You got to ask somebody else about it too. I forgot.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Let's I can ask an NPC, right?
Yep.
Give me him. Where is he?
All
he's
right.
not on
Okay.
he's not on the screen. I can't see him.
Bring him.
Who are you looking
Are you
for?
thinking Kemneby?
Can that be?
Chancellor Kebnebi.
Yeah, I want to know for reasons.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's important.
If Chancellor Kemnebi would have to lose a limb, he wouldn't care which one because he'd get it back. So-
pop out answer.
with
So
Interest.
with interest, considering he is the leader of the Eben Mausoleum, the lead necromancy school in all of Geb, and some say Galarion, I mean, losing a limb is no problem for him, so he'd just say like a foot, because then he can just use his
he
hands to
could-
create it.
He could be so rich because he could just cut off a limb,
Yeah.
sell it,
Yeah.
regrow it. He would have some limited resources. So I'm saying.
Yeah, you are correct. You are very correct. You are extremely correct. He could have unlimited resources. All right. Yeah. And
Can that be?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Can that be as awful close to Kenobi?
Kenobi.
Coincidence?
I
I've never
think
seen them
not.
both in the same room.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Perfect. No worries. All
That's
right.
where my tired brain's at.
That's okay. Were
That's
you
not
tired for playing games? Let's jump in.
fun.
Let's
I
jump
didn't
in.
even play that much.
That much, he says.
All right.
I literally spent 3 hours character creation to try and start over. I just didn't get anything.
There. Oh shit! Here we are.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot. We're not doing the traditional thing. See, the bar's pulling out a Gepedin to play for you guys,
Oh hell yeah.
because you guys are the entertainment. What's something
play
funny? Something funny?
Play some.
We'll
play
increase
some
the
ska.
Could be a Jedi.
All right. So as the dastardly dangerous combat music comes on during the feast, there is a plethora of zombies and creatures all about to watch this. The Seven Stomachs, Seven Veils feast has begun, and you guys are the entertainment. Now, the Governor's Mansion itself is a veritable fortress of bones. You can see that there is spires that rise high above the city that you stand within one of them right now. It is an ossuary turned into an impressive dining room. And now, as there's comfortable chairs for all the people that need to be comforted, and everyone else sitting on wood that is rotted, and there is a beautiful tapestry with symbols all along it down below, we now move forward to the entertainment. As Kemnebi waves a hand as he sits down beside Seven Guts, who is busy throwing up his fourth stomach as the other Bloodlords are looking over and laughing at him. The bard switches the tune, and before you guys have a moment to react, two creatures are released from the Cthulhu's pockets, sitting at one table. They are flesh and metal made manifest, with an eyeball peeking out and screeching in pain. Where they fly around, you notice the living people all begin to wince just being in its presence. And so will you. But more than anything, over the main chandelier was a dark shadow that casted an eerie light. And as it descended, the chains bound a creature who was released, a familiar being to one of you. Though all of you have seen this creature when you wandered in to the empty threshold the first time and saw all the Cthulhites worshiping this evangelist, a being from beyond this plane, one of the angels of Zon Cthulhu, the god of pain. And now, as Ordegar Stitchskull sits there with a smile and looking down at the spoon, unsure if he should spoon out his own eyeball in celebration or wait for after dinner to do so, we got into combat.
You said there was a chandelier?
There was, yeah, and the shadow
I
descended
know what I'm
through
doing
it.
this fight.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Also,
yeah.
is there a punch bowl?
You want to punch it?
With the bowl.
Yes, it is filled with like grotesque eyeballs and like grubs and stuff. And you know, if this was a fake, not super evil place, they would be fake. Those are real eyeballs and grubs and whatnot.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Can I use diplomacy for this since I was doing some
Yes.
sexy dancing?
Yes, you may.
Uh-huh.
As you realize that you're becoming the entertainment as people sit down. I'm going to describe kind of what everyone's feeling like during this. Don't worry, but let's see. All right, there's the 3 rolled. All right. Oh, it's weird that their tokens are a different one. I have custom tokens for these guys, but okay. The turn order is being weird about it.
I don't know if my initiative went through.
It did not. What did you roll?
I rolled a 22.
22? Can we confirm that, or are you lying to get a high initiative?
Both.
I see it right there.
Sick. All right.
I see it with my eyes.
I see it, Halish.
You said 22?
Yeah.
Cool.
You can make it a
Confirmed.
24.
All right.
okay.
Pipe. No. Previously, who was not entertained by this situation, seemingly just speaking to whoever was around, Speaker Neth, they are looking about, but suddenly their eyes fix on Chancellor Kemnebi and seems to look forward as though, oh, some real entertainment is about to start. They peer back, lean into their chair, reach down and begin to drink the blood from their goblet. Beside them, you can see a strange vampire. For those that don't know this kind of creature, they seem to have this peeled back bat-like appearance, and you can see them admiring the entire room, not the people, the room. And they seem entranced by the chandelier swinging about and falling down. They then peer up and seem to finally start paying attention, even though they hadn't since the masquerade had ended. Berline begins to clap happily, and she says, "Go, Casimir! Cackle! Cackle!" Over everything. Silently, the female, strange, feminine lich stares forward, peering through everyone and everything in this combat, but makes no mention or movements. And the dead-dressed, quick bloodlord is silent, and seemingly is keeping his tongue held, but has a small smirk on his face. It seems as though ever since Kebnebi revealed themselves, this bloodlord has kept to themselves. And, of course, this individual just has the slightest head turn, enough so that the empty eye socket of one of the eyes can barely see the corner of this combat. And everyone else begins to dive in and eat, while your guys' live performance fills their bellies. Phaedrith.
Yeah.
Ahead of you is a being you knew would come. And as he stares into your eyes with a deep green hatred, a smile goes across this face. And you know that he is going to enjoy this. Every single twitch of your face, every emotion that's flooding through you. And their chain unfurls with your thick blood still on the chain from when you met not too long ago. What do you do?
So, Phaedrith is pretty quickly going between fight or flight, and I'm sure it shows on their face, and they probably look at least a little bit maniacal. But they knew this was coming, they just didn't expect the gravity of which it was coming. So they're gonna come out of the gates absolutely swinging. A sharp whistle. And do I have Garrus?
Yes.
Is Garrus?
Garrus is
Okay.
getting scratches from Ricci the whole time, and like is flipped over. But then the moment that this happens in a serious aura, more than anything, it's the pain that fills the room. You can feel it, Phaedra. You thought that it was just your wound, like just acting up maybe your hands. But as you look down, you see where the marks on your body have kind of stitched up. They've begun to bleed, like weep blood from wounds that have already sealed over. And Garrus hops
boy.
to attention and rushes forward.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, you can command him as you normally would.
Perfect. So, Phaedrith will kind of let out a sharp whistle, and Garrus will be, drum, right there. And we are going to try, keyword try, that shuttle issue support benefit here.
All right, on the evangelist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
As the weight of Garrus and the psychedelic colors begin to peer through, the evangelist stares forward, and as you know, usually when Garrus does this, they are prompted into a position or are held still. They're throbbing in pain and they stop for a moment. Instead, the evangelist sits there and almost has a thankful look to the sky, as though this is a blessing. And then it opens its neck, like it just slowly moves its neck so that you have a wide open shot on it.
Fantastic. All right. Well, far be it from me to disappoint, because I'm gonna come out hopefully swinging with a glutton's jaws here. Oops. I did not mean to roll that. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's to roll to
Actually,
attack.
don't ignore that roll. That was the correct roll. I'm gonna go ahead and use a hero point, actually.
Sure.
Oh!
That is iconic. All right, you'll sink your what does this look like? Because I think this is the first time your slavering maw, as it's called, there has showed up.
Yeah, so I imagine they're bleeding quite a bit, because if there's one thing Phaedrith is made out of, it's scars.
Perfect.
So if all of these have suddenly opened up, I imagine they can kind of manipulate it the same way that they manipulate their arms to be arms. And sort of just like create a jaw made of blood underneath this thing. And
Perfect.
just Humph.
Let it be known. Let it be known. He will not try to stop you, but he gets to swing at you with his reactive strike for you casting a spell
Yay!
within range.
As long as he doesn't crit you, you'll be good.
20.
Swing and a fucking miss.
All
Do I get
right.
to roll damage still?
Yeah, you hit him and you get to roll crit damage, yep.
Yippee!
Alright, so it's gonna be double.
Crit damage or not.
No, it's gonna be double, so 28 damage. Alright.
Damn.
The Evangelist is bitten. And you can add the Shuttleless Shoe support benefit damage to it.
Oh, true. You're so right, Bessie.
Because that does count as a strike. I believe?
Okay. I don't actually know.
Does it also get doubled up?
Yeah, it does
Doubled?
also get damage. Double damage,
Double
yes. Alright, so 12 damage. So in total, that's what, 40 damage off the riff?
40 damage. Yeah.
There is a groan of ecstasy that leaks out of the Evangelist like blood would.
God damn it.
Cthulhites are freaks, man. I don't know what to tell you.
It looks down towards the wound, and you watch his chains go to cover it like scarring, but they dig in deeper like snakes burrowing into their hole, seeking safety. It then looks forward towards you in thanks. I think that's
Just
your...
going like
Yeah.
biting his lip over here, like.
I mean,
Yeah. Just.
is that
But
your
yeah,
turn?
no. It is definitely my turn. Phaedrith is still like, you can tell they're definitely unnerved, but it's like, there's also some joy in this. This is
Excellent.
probably the closest that they're gonna get to Zonkathun in their lifetime.
Okay. As you look forward towards him you look down at the wounds, right? And you begin to relish it. And then you look up at the Evangelist's face. It's awful. You see the pained look of not the Evangelist, but you see Garis in a long time ago place, writhing in pain in his eyes. And I need you to make me a will save for ending your
this
turn.
motherfucker's about to get it. For ending my turn!
For ending your turn, yeah.
I don't have a choice but to do
Oh
that.
no.
That's Garis. So Garis is frightened too.
Oops.
Nope, Garis also has to roll. So
Oh, okay, cool.
Garis is frightened too by the Evangelist.
Will Phaedrus do better? The world may never know. Yippee!
You're good. And because you end your turn close to the little guys who are shredding up your body, I am going to need you to make a will save for those two as well.
For sure. Am I affected by my own aura of despair? That's crazy.
I think you are. Let me take a look
What
here.
the fuck? That would be very, like, Cthulhu, but
That would be.
really funny as well.
I am going to take a look. All right. Make your foes enemies. Yeah, it's supposed to be enemies. I don't know why it's affecting you too. Hold on.
I'll turn it off. Oh god.
All right. This is less of a problem. This is less of a problem.
Okay, good.
You feel sharp barbs under your skin, blades begging to come out. You can tell that they're from the little ones that are floating about and just prying into your wounds. You are only frightened one by them.
Okay.
All right. And that's your turn?
That is it.
Halish.
Hello.
Hi.
So I made the mistake of preparing a bunch of AoE spells.
Probably not a good idea.
So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall knowledge on this big dude.
All right, sounds good. What do you want to know? As you are an expert on religion, so.
Best save.
Let's see. Let me add this guy to the bestiary tracker. Because I believe that is something I can do. Alright. There we go. And let's see, best save?
Yeah.
Perfect. That is going to be This thing can take a beating to the body. Fortitude.
Do not use fortitude. Got it. Then my next thing, I think I'm going to... Didn't do much last time, but let's do it now. Bane.
Banes.
Yeah, bane him.
There's so many people. There's so many people. Ignore the random folk thing. I had to do a lot of tokens. I just named them all random folk for a while.
Skull.
Otherwise, it would have added a whole bunch of stuff.
They dropped their spoon into their soup and like, ah, Bane.
All right.
No.
Curse you, Halish,
Good
curse
heaven.
you.
Succeeded by 12. Okay. So he kind of concentrates and he goes, ah, and then he just like emits a slight cloud of bugs around him.
Okay. They seem unwilling to go close to that thing. I don't want anything to do with that guy. Leave me alone. Anything else in your turn?
That'll be it.
Okay, for ending your turn within range of him, you're also going to have to make some rolls. First things first, the Evangelist is going to proc his Unnerving Gaze. So as you cast a spell on him, you see it slowly turn its head towards you. And in its eyes... I mean... There's not many people that would unnerve you to see in pain, right? However, instead all you see is the uneaten face of Hasty.
It needs to be eaten. Why is it not eaten?
The pain of your stomach begins to well up. And you are frightened too.
I want to hero point that one.
Sounds good to me.
I don't want that frightening.
Oh no.
That's not much better. Okay.
That's not much better, but it's not a critical failure.
Yeah.
Alright, Mr. Cola, what would you like to do?
First off, I'm going to do your knowledge on these flying individuals.
Sounds good to me. Alright, what would you like to know about the augurs who have been added to the bestiary?
Any immunities if they have any?
Yes. They are immune to the cold.
Oh.
The place that they come from has no warmth. They are not born anywhere that has any heat. So, the shadow,
Right.
the netherworld itself, usually things are cold.
Let's keep the closest one targeted.
Sure.
And step by fingers. And I thunder strike it.
Oh
Ooh.
shit. Do you time it with like the beat?
Possibly.
It's still a dance, right?
True. Gotta be fancy with it.
All right. 10 damage total on a failure. All right, the thing takes it, and you watch as it begins to spin in glee. All right, you end your turn within range. I'm going to need you to make me a save. That's a success. I need you to make me a second save against the little guys.
Both little guys?
Just one.
Okay.
All right, you are completely fine. You watch the chains that dug through Phaedrith's wounds in it, pierce through the other side of its body, and then hook around into its lip, and it begins to taste its own flesh. As it does so, where that chain pierced out, the wound heals on both sides. It will begin to regenerate. As it regenerates... It is going to... Yeah. I think it's just going to turn on Phaedrith. And you watch as 3 separate chains around its body begin to flare out and attack in various different directions all at once.
Oh boy.
The first is a 31. You all watch the first chain wrap around one of the horns and hook into Phaedra's stitches in the face. The second, a 27.
Is it time to selfish shield? I feel like it's time to selfish shield.
Hooks you into the corner of your shoulder. And the third, just barely misses.
Woo.
If you want to selfish shield, it's probably the play.
Yeah, I would like to. That's probably the good idea right now.
So first things first,
Yeah.
no matter what, you are going to be inflicted by the impaling chain. That one that caught in your face, I was not lying. It wraps around your head, and you are grappled. And it begins to hoist you into the air again.
Fantastic.
All right, you're going to take the critical damage from the first one. I'm working on it. Low damage, 32.
Would that be 64 or?
Nope, that's already doubled. So if you click that and then hit damage, it'll also add the 2d6 of persistent bleed damage onto your body.
Oh, yay.
All right, the second hit will hit you as well. It looks like, yeah, your resistance all kicked in there. So it's only 28 damage. And then the second one's going to hit you as well.
You know, I don't think I ever added the temp HP from Gluttonous Jaws.
You probably should do that. I don't think you're going down no matter what. But how much does Gluttonous Jaws give you? Because it's a good amount since you crit, right?
Yes, I think.
The chat
so
cleared because it saved space.
Yeah. It is.
1d4. Does it double
I want credit be-
does it double?
It goes
guessing
up
if
because
it-
it's heightened. So 2d8 now, I believe. Yes, 2d8. I'm gonna post it just so you guys don't think.
The heighten makes it do 4d6 damage.
Why did that roll? I didn't mean for it to roll. I'm sorry. Huh?
Yeah,
The height-
temp HP increases by 1d4.
Okay, so 2d4 is how much you healed.
Yes. 2d4. Sorry.
Alright, you got 6. So go ahead and apply 6 temp HP. And then just immediately you get ripped for 15 damage.
Yay.
You should see it up there. Perfect. Only goes down to 11. The bleed doesn't stack. You're at 2d6 bleed, which is a tremendous amount of bleed. Just pointing that
Yeah.
out there. So,
It sure fucking is, isn't it?
all right, and you all would watch as Phaedra is hoisted into the air. It hooks into the seams of the stitches, and Phaedra's half face is pulled off of their body and peeled from them. You watch as it pulls from underneath their clothes, ripping through their jacket and armor. You see their hands and shoulder, well, what is a hand, begin to suffuse with the blood that begins to leak down. And you can see all of the exposed red meat that is very much dead just before, but still throbbing with pain. As your body is torn to pieces by the evangelist. As this happens and you're lifted into the air, you all can see that the shadow underneath Phaedra that Phaedra is casting is growing in size, swelling with each cry of pain that echoes throughout the room from the augurs. Phaedra, do you have any responses to it as it sits there in glee, pulling away at you?
They start to laugh. And it's not a funny haha laugh.
Excellent. The evangelist just seems to grin, as though this is going exactly as it wished it would. All right, this little guy over here is going to float through the air, and it's going to do this really cool move. You guys are going to love this. Whirling slice! It is
What
going,
do you mean?
It is going to fly through the air, and everyone that it goes through has to make a reflex save or else be sliced to pieces. It is going to go through. It's got 40 foot of speed. So it's going to go here. Here.
Does it still have to tumble through, or is it flying?
It's extremely small. They're tiny sized.
I mean, does that matter for enemy tumble through?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't know.
Let me
I'll
see.
make it save.
It deals damage to each creature whose space they enter.
I think it sounds like a special ability. So I
Yeah,
don't
their
think
their
it is.
plan is to run through people, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Uh, Yeah, they're 2 sizes smaller than you, so they can enter your space without having to tumble through.
Perfect.
Okay.
If you were small, then I think technically they have to tumble through. Since
Somehow
it's
they
only one
missed
size
me,
difference.
and I don't know how.
Oh, I mean, I think you just take it without getting actually cut. Their blades are too small. It's like a daddy long legs.
It's like a little.
It's caught in your fur or something.
All right. So it's a basic save versus this. So watch out, guys. 0 damage.
Oh shit. dude.
However, you click the half if you succeeded, and the full damage if you failed. So you take no damage, Colo, but you are persistent bleeding. All right, and Halish, you have no blood to bleed, so
So
shrug.
I just take the 1 damage.
You just take 1 damage instead of actually taking bleed damage.
Interesting.
All right, and then the augur doesn't like that you don't feel pain, Halish, so it ignores you. It is instead going to turn its ire onto Garis
Not that puppy.
and strike.
He's innocent.
All right, all good. That is a miss, and that'll be the augur's turn. Casimir, that brings it to you. Phaedrith is not looking good, literally badly injured, and yet seems to cackle in enjoyment and glee as they're being peeled apart.
Well, cackling is my job.
All right.
I thought you didn't like your
how-
job.
How high in the air is this fella?
They float at 3 feet high. Like they're hovering basically, for all practicality.
It's a little Beyblade with little razor blades attached to it.
Or
Alright.
just knee.
So I'm going to go ahead and call my implement with an action.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go ahead and summon my whip to my hand as it appears, and it kind of like starts out as like a bloodstream, and then hardens and solidifies into the whip that we're all used to seeing. And I definitely, by the way, I make this 100% a show, like a magical girl transformation with like a ribbon.
There's a
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
like across. A few people give out little slow claps around the area.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and I don't want to be next to this guy. Actually, I think I might fucking dip, bro. I'm gonna make a strike with my whip against him.
Okay.
My cat's leaving me for the second time tonight.
Dude, he just did fucking 50 damage to you. I'll die. Couldn't be me. Oh, I probably miss. Oh, a 19. Okay.
19 hits on the little guy.
Yeah. Little guy.
All right, it's gonna take 10 damage.
10 points of damage.
Good heck, little guy.
It blinks a drop of fresh blood as though it's someone crying in joy.
Great. And then I'm gonna do with that whip, and then I'm gonna slide over. Can I don't want this to be an action, but if it is, it's fine. I want to get a vibe of like who is the most into this? Who is the most entertained so far?
Yeah. Are you
It'll
gonna?
depend where I go.
So, I mean, for real, let's be real here. Are you counting the Ordegar Stitch Skull? Are you counting the Cthulhites in this?
Anyone within reach for me.
In
Like, so maybe not the Cthulhites. I'm looking at like maybe these people over here or these people over here.
Speaker Neff is watching this like someone would watch a theater. Like, he's kicked back, enjoying it, making play-by-play commentary about people's movements. Really into this, really enjoying it.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do what they call in the industry some crowd work. So I'm gonna I'm gonna slide over here. I'm gonna do like a screech halt, you know, that kind of deal, and I lean against the table, all sly and cool-like, and I go, "Hey." I do a hair flip.
They look at you, and they're taking a drink, and they just give you like, you know, like the littlest nod over your shoulder towards something. Do you turn around?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'll have attack of opportunity.
The reactive strike as a chain goes through your head.
Well, oh, but you flip and it misses.
You can't dare miss hitting a blood one.
I flip over him and I land and I look at him and go, yeah, and?
Ooh,
Thanks, Mr. Bloodlord.
that's an impression. That's gotta be a good impression.
They give a smile, and as they tug on their sash, they offer you the rest of their drink.
Fantastic.
Ooh, is it all
I
blood?
drink it.
All right, it is fresh blood, and you know it's fresh because it's still got a little bit of gore and sinew in it.
Excellent. I'm delicious. That's my turn.
Excellent. In front of everybody, you
No, I-
down it.
I work the crowd.
Perfect. There is another clap that goes along the way. However, Kaz, you notice the evangelist for the first time looks upset with a turn. You ended your turn without being hurt.
Yep.
Shit, the head swivels away from Phaedrith for the first time since fighting. And yeah, Kaz, you ended your turn close to it. I'm gonna need you to make a will save.
Ah, damn, so close to it. Where's its aura?
Its aura's the whole room.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's fine. I was trying to get out of it, but it was too over. Never mind.
It is
Sure,
the
yeah.
whole room, unfortunately.
That is okay.
I will say, Kaz, as you turn back, you see the unnerving face of the trusting eyes of your brother
What?
in its face.
Oh,
Oh.
But you blink past it.
I blink past it, and I keep up my suave demeanor.
All right, perfect. I think you're out of range of the little guys. You are. You're good. Grimnir, that brings it to you.
where's that punch bowl at?
Hell yeah.
Wanna dunk this loser in the punch bowl?
Yeah.
I would like to think that the
We're gonna
punch
think about those
bowl,
suffocation rules.
the punch bowl's probably in front of Seven Stomachs.
Oh,
over here.
never mind.
I get them. I did that, or every probably has a little
feel
punch
like-
bowl.
yeah, a little punch bowl.
Little pitcher for each. Yeah, little floating
Okay.
frozen ice eyeballs in there.
Okay. No, but I don't want to ruin people's meals. I could like grab this thing like a 3-pointer. No, I'm just gonna turn my head. I'm gonna turn my head too fast. This thing's gonna be in the way, and we're gonna see if we can accidentally kill it.
Okay. Oh, poor thing.
Just pew!
Yeah.
Ping.
Oh no!
There is the sound of you piercing through gored flesh as you gore it, and as it happens, you feel like a tickling metal sensation, and you watch as many of the little blades of the auger hit the ground, but the rest of it turns to shadow and disappears, as though it's been banished from this
Aw,
realm.
I was gonna stick it on my horn. Oh, okay.
The blades and some of the meat are still there, and there's a chain still wrapped around your horn, but
Shake it off.
fiends like that do not exist in this plane.
Okay. And I'm gonna turn around like I didn't even realize what happened, and then turn back and. So how is Phaedrus being strung up? Is he like literally holding her with chains, or is she like dangling from the ceiling?
He's being held up pretty. I would say like.
I guess my
2
intention
feet
is,
or
can I get access to the chain and like try and break
Yes.
it? That's what I
Yes,
wanna
you
do.
could.
Okay, let's see. Well, that's probably. But maybe we should get rid of this other little guy first. What do you think, gang? Get rid of the other little guy.
I mean, action economy is king. So I mean, I'm a big fan of killing little guys, but that dude hits like a truck, so like
He does, yeah.
Yeah. The little guy is badly injured, I think. I don't know.
I feel like you rolled like a 20 on this guy, didn't hit. So I feel like with my map, I think I'm better off trying to strike the little guy. He's
that's
probably
true.
got
Yeah,
probably got a
that's
worse
fair.
armor class. So I'll try with map to try and the little
True.
guy.
Oh,
Jeez.
nice, dude.
Nice.
That's a hit. Onto your other horn. Ping, 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 ping. The little blades all dance around your body as the flesh disappears from the middle of it.
Thank goodness. I was really worried about my nice clothes that Kaz bought me. And those little guys made of razor blades. But this guy also probably gonna ruin my clothes. So.
Well, let's see. Hold on. We'll see.
Well, he speaks. Oh, Hilish, what did you say his best save was?
Fortitude.
Fortitude. Okay, so Will isn't his best save. I mean, for Demoralize? No, it's not going to be very good.
Do you end your turn, or do you got one more action in you?
He said his aura was the room, so there's nowhere I can go to get out of it. So...
Correct, which seems the intention.
Okay. You gotta seek. I guess I could recall knowledge.
Yeah, recall.
Absolutely, you could.
Yeah,
Dangerous
I'll go for
behaviors.
recall knowledge. Occult.
Sure.
That'll be fine. I'm more like not like Grimnir has knowledge of these creatures, more like sizing him up like what I'm looking at directly in front of me.
Absolutely.
But-
What are you looking for out of the evangelist?
Where's his shirt? No. No. What's a good question to ask? Oh yeah, so he's not like wearing any armor. So can I ask what his AC is?
Absolutely. While it has no armor, you can see that every single one of the chains around its body are very alive. They are animated much like constructs are by the Builders League and many things that you've seen so far, like the Necrophedius, the centipede skeleton. All of the chains act independently to be defensive and block any attack going for the evangelist. It has a very high AC of 24.
Okay. Cool.
All right, and that's your turn. Give me a will save.
I am familiar with chains. I will break yours, just like I break those.
As you say that,
And I fail my will save. Hold on.
you
It's
hear a
like-
voice as someone calls out to you from the direction of behind the evangelist. And as you peer closer towards it, it's something that you can't understand. You know that word means something to you, but you don't know what it is. But when you look into the evangelist's eyes, you see the eyes of a minotaur who loves you deeply.
Aw.
And you swear you know those eyes. And all it reminds you of is the vacancy in your chest. Give me a will save.
Damn, bro. It's not letting me click on it.
I'll do it again, see if it does it.
Nope, I'll just roll it out raw.
Sure.
You gotta get like at the very bottom of it.
Got an 11 plus 8.
21's a success.
21. Okay.
Unless you're
So
subject to Phaedra's Aura of Despair.
No.
Okay. What's up? Good?
I looked to Phaedra. So does that vision fade?
Yes, you see through the malevolent eyes.
I get angry. I'm already angry. I'm done with my turn.
Perfect.
So you snort.
A horrific sensation of your horns being dug into by almost nails. A feeling that you've had before fills your body. And then down the back of your clothes, there is the slicing motion. As your turn ends, a creature floats back up as flesh and shadow refill the insides of the blades.
No.
As the auger
God.
my
animates
nice
itself
clothes.
again. And we'll go to skewer into you.
What an asshole.
So
Critical miss.
I don't notice it.
All right. He just begins to tear up like your fur and all that, but I think you're distracted now.
Yeah.
And then it's going to do a whirling slice, and it's going to fly through some people. So it's going to go through you, Grimnir. Going to go through Kolo. Going to go through you, Halish, and it's going to go through Garis. I don't think it can reach. It cannot reach, but it will land beside Kaz.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you should do that.
All right. The damage is going to be this, and you guys can roll. If it's a success, it's half.
Did he make it to me, or do I need to make the save?
No, you do not. He doesn't make it to you. He just
Okay,
lands
he didn't
beside
make it.
you.
Okay.
All right. Perfect.
I take a half a d4.
Half a
bleed
d4 of bleed damage every turn. The babiest of cuts.
I love that.
Phaedrith, as pain
Ew.
begins to fill the room, almost every single living person in here, now that 6 seconds has passed, begins to wince. It seems as though every living person in the room is being affected by the pain of the augurs and Zon Cthulhu's fiends. As this is happening, you can see the shadows swelling underneath you as you've been lifted into the air, and you feel this pull towards the shadow in the ground underneath you that you're casting off. And in it, you can see these distant specks of light that remind you of eyes in the void. The question is, as you look into them, do you peer deeper or do you focus on what's ahead of you?
No, I'm definitely peering deeper.
Okay.
Let me see them peepers.
As you begin to peer through the countless eyes, you never can seem to recognize what each of them are, but each burns bright as they stare into you. And as this happens, they begin to wink out. Phaedrith, you feel something encroaching upon you from the darkness. Something being conjured forward, but it needs your help. It needs your power, your connection to Zon Cthulhu to be let forward. Do you?
Absolutely.
You will lose a focus point for this.
Very well. I will minus a focus point.
Ray,
There
he
it
doesn't
goes.
alter the deal.
And you may cast
Yeah.
Glutton's Jaw on yourself.
Oh. Okay.
Phaedrith, your arms begin to twitch and they reach downwards and begin to pull something outwards.
Okay. Okay. Am I actually casting?
Yeah, you're casting it.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. All
Don't-
right.
Don't
Damn.
don't forget to give yourself Selfish Shield's boon.
It will not let me do the boon. It only lets me do the shield itself.
Sure.
I don't know why. I always have to ask you for help on that.
I got it. Let me find it here.
Because I don't
Selfish
have
Shield,
the
Selfish
chicken permission.
Shield. Extra damage. There we go. Target one token by pressing T. Got it. There we go. All right.
Sick.
So what I would like you to do is to target it, and then I want you to choose for me.
Huh?
Are you letting the jaws that are reaching up towards you from this void to take you? Or are you trying to stay away from it? It is going to absolutely hurt.
Hey man, that's what I'm all about. I'm opening my arms. Come
Joke's
to
on
come
you.
to
They
daddy.
love that shit.
Yeah, I was just saying, bring it on.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me critical damage from Glutton's Jaw on yourself.
Yippee! I don't know how to make it critical.
Is it heightened?
It is
should
heightened.
auto heighten. Yeah, auto
Okay,
heighten.
okay,
Focus
perfect.
spells too.
All right, that's fine.
So, level of 7.
So 14 damage to yourself. So click yourself and then double it.
No! I'm so sorry.
I think your Selfish Shield
Target me.
expired, didn't it? But
It did.
would you Selfish Shield yourself?
No.
Okay, so you're gonna be hit by 4 more damage. Are you still awake through this?
1 HP. Literally 1 HP.
Yikes.
That's all that you needed as you are able to survive through this. You feel this groan of impress. But before I actually, tell you exactly what happens here, go ahead and roll your temp HP.
Oh,
2d4.
yeah, that's right.
As the pain will
there's
keep
not a-
you awake.
Oh,
Hey.
yo.
All
Yippee!
right. What happens, Phaedrith, as you look down into the void, is the stars in there, these eyes begin to disappear and wink out. Before you realize they're not disappearing, something's blocking them. Something massive is reaching out. And as you put your spectral arms down into the void, you reach into the shadows and you pull them forward. You grab the jaws of some malformed canine creature. This aspect that you let wreath over you, up past your hips. Their jaws so wide that they also envelop the evangelist as it bites down in a horrific, painful manner, leaving scars and shadows pouring from your body. Your wounds have begun to pull away, and if you have any more descriptions that you would like for what happens to you here, you're more than welcome to.
No, I'm liking what you're doing.
Excellent. You watch as your armor begins to shift slightly as a champion of Zon-Kuthun is embraced by the jaws of a great beast of the void. And the jaws sink into the evangelist just as easy. The chain that it has wrapped around you and grappling you with begins to fill with your blood, reaching all the way down and connecting into the evangelist's mind. And you know it feels exactly what you feel. It is going to take 14 mental damage.
Yeah.
For the rest of this combat, Phaedrith, any damage that you take, so will the evangelist.
Alright, guys, let me have it.
As Zon-Kuthun has booned you to have chained fate with this creature. Now, that being said, you are bloody, you are beaten, you are covered in your own crimson, and your body has shifted. And, would you like to do anything else, Uchin? You got one more action besides letting yourself be absolutely bitten by Zon-Kuthun's form.
Can I demoralize the evangelist?
Absolutely you can. I will say, people look around disgusted, and the Zon-Kuthunites begin to tip their heads in prayer, and you watch them begin to, pull out their own hair to draw pain.
You might
Phaedra,
take
how
this
much
guy's
damage-
job, I think.
How much bleeding damage are you going to take at the end of the turn?
Oh.
A lot.
Is there
I
anything
want to
you
say
can
it was
do
like
to
a
prevent that?
2d6, something like that. It's gonna do what?
When
now?
you end your
Is there
turn,
anything you can do to prevent yourself from dying if you die?
Technically, I could with one action. I could touch the void myself, and it is heightened now, I believe. So I get 12 healing.
That-
Cause.
that would just straight up keep you up.
All right. Well, then let's do that then. I'll use my last focus point for that.
Excellent.
And then. It accidentally took another one.
For those of you that don't know what Zon-Kuthun's forms and all that look like, it looks like a weird Garrus head reaches out, similar to what Garrus's jaws are, and made out of complete shadow and bites onto Phaedra. Go ahead and roll the healing on yourself. And
I
you're
think it's just a flat 12 every time. But
perfect. That's a fantastic amount. That's a good amount to keep yourself up, considering now that Zon-Kuthun has blessed you.
Yeah.
And here is your spell effect, because you will do bonus damage on top of the selfish damage. Now, I didn't add the selfish damage to the thing, but I should have. How much does selfish shield give? Spirit damage
2, I believe.
Okay.
Let me double check before I say something that's not true.
Yeah, no worries.
Um.
Looks like it's 1 damage.
Okay, yeah.
And
It just
then
says extra spirit damage.
and
so I
then
should just-
Touch of the Void would do an extra 2 damage.
Yeah.
In reality, I imagine you Touch of the Void yourself before you take the bite.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So the pain will shoot through with spirit and I think that's just status bonus to all damage, so it's gonna take an extra 3. It seems to not like that pain in particular. It looks frustrated, and it seems to look around confused. And in Shadow Tongue it says, "Where is mine? I'm next. Where is it?" And it begins to look down. And that's your turn.
Yeah.
About to take your job, son.
Yeah, buddy.
You get replaced.
Halish, what do you do?
I'm expecting bleed damage to go through first.
Bleed damage does go through, and it didn't even roll for you,
Yeah.
Phaedrith, weirdly enough.
Yeah, it did not.
That's
I
odd.
still have.
It's because it rolled earlier, when the auger got back up.
Oh, I see. Let me go look for it.
I just rolled it. It had the dice button on the status effect, and it rolled a 6. So I mean, unless you want.
Owie. No, I'm down for you to take another 12.
Bleh, 12.
Oh, 6.
You have 36 already.
Yeah.
That is halved already. Okay.
And then boo.
All right. And you watch as its chains begin to writhe and dig into him too. It takes 9 damage because it's an extra 3. Actually, no. The spirit damage only works on strikes, so it's gonna take 8 damage from your bleed.
God
Because
damn.
you're connected to it, and all the damage that it's doing to you is also... yeah, it's fine. Hellish, it does come to your turn.
Yeah, I think that Phaedrith needs a little help here.
Oh damn. Thanks, Halish.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's just okay healing. 25.
Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever.
All right,
And
Phaedra.
I see that there's a thing in front of me again.
You look over and you see that one auger that's flown by, and as you look down, you can see the shadows that are inside and around the blades are there. You know that you cannot destroy it, like further than you already have. It's at 0 hit points, but you know that it's probably going to come back in a second here.
So hitting it will do nothing.
Yeah, you don't know what would get rid of it permanently, but clearly just smacking it won't.
I bet if I cast light on it, it would work. If only I had action.
Just all around the room, your entire the left top left corner just begins to go. Everyone hated that. Everyone hated that. Everyone hated that. You know?
One action. Attack's not worth it. Movement would be weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to cast Guidance on Kolo to give him a boost to help take care of that bleed.
Perfect.
That'll be my turn.
All right. As you end your turn, your frightened does go down by 1.
Yay.
Kolo, it comes to you. There's a strange divine thing happening over there, but I'm not sure if that's your concern, considering everything going on.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can learn anything about this. Well,
What would you like to know about it?
they have any immunities I should know about.
Can I give you this one for free? I'm gonna give you one for free. It's of the same being. It has the same immunities as its lower forms.
Augers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll give you another answer. That's fine.
Give me any special abilities it has.
A lot. There's a lot of special abilities. Any in particular that you're looking for? A defensive one, a offensive one, a
Let's do
Visual.
defensive.
okay. Would you want the more dangerous one or the one that is more dangerous against magic?
Against magic.
You would know in general, all Valstrucks have a general resistance to magic. How this works in game terms is they have a +1 status to
Oh.
all magic saves.
Oh.
I see.
But you do think that they have another defensive ability that is particularly nasty.
I shall think harder.
You get to 2 more questions. That's a natural 20.
Oh.
One offensive ability it has,
Yep.
and it's known languages.
It can speak Common, Diabolic, and Shadow Tongue. Shadow Tongue is its natural language. I'll throw that in the chat. Or in the bestiary. Oh, that's not actually in the bestiary thing. Interesting. We had Common, Diabolic, and Shadow Tongue. And then
Alright.
an offensive ability he has. It can animate all chains to come to life. If there is any chains within the room, anywhere at all, they count for it being its weapon. So, any chains within 20 feet, it gets 10-foot reach and becomes its weapon of choice. Which,
So Phaedrus is the enemy.
No one has any chains on them, right?
Phaedrus.
Like the
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah.
Good band.
I'll toss
Last
them.
action, I shield.
Sounds good. And just as to help with the offensive thing, I am going to give you. There you go. There's its chain attack. Disarm, magical, trip, reach, and unholy.
So.
All right, on initiative count 20, 7 Guts throws up his 6th stomach.
Good for him.
Oh no, we need to beat this before it blows up his 7th.
If he gets to the 7th, he'll have an announcement.
All hell will break loose.
Yeah. All right. The Evangelist heals some HP for starting his turn. All right. And it's going to swing at you, Phaedrus, once because it's angry that Zongathun gave you attention.
Well, that's too damn bad.
Ow.
I will note, it is impossible for you to remove from the bleed damage until you escape its grapple, is a passive effect that it has.
Okay.
You take 20 damage.
Pow.
You can self shield that or let it go.
Can I self shield it again?
Yeah, you can do that every turn as a reaction.
Oh, hell
But
yeah.
but if you minus the damage on yourself, you're also minusing the damage you're doing back to him from Zongathun.
Oh yeah, that's fair. No, I'll take it. It's
Yep.
only 2 damage. Why not?
Okay. It's going to take 20 damage as well.
Sick.
And it begins to bleed as your chains animate and lash back at him. All right. It doesn't like that.
Run your old news.
Mm.
Pack your bag.
The Evangelist is going to turn. And you're destroying the Augur's Grimnir. It does not like you. It's going to swing up at you
Okay.
for a critical hit.
Okay.
You take 30 damage, and your bleed gets worse. It's as though it knew that the most painful thing it could do is rip up your nice clothes.
No, not your nice clothes.
As that chain goes out and attacks, it's got a third action, which I think... It's going to turn towards Kaz,
What?
and it's going to
What have I
focus its
done?
gaze on you. I need you to make me a will
Just
save.
chilling.
Well,
I'm
well,
just a little
well,
guy.
well, well.
I'm just a little boy. Okay. Oh, I
No.
reroll it. Oh, I reroll it.
Oh, you so reroll
Oh,
I so reroll it.
Here it comes.
One second. Okay.
that. That is a failure. So
Okay.
you're going to be frightened by it too.
Yeah.
However, you also become cloudy-eyed. You start losing sight of it. If you ever look head-on at the Evangelist, it's not there. You have to look in your peripheral.
Okay. Okay.
So how it is concealed to you.
It is concealed to me.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
All right, that's its turn. This augur here gets back up. As the evangelist will take his own bleed damage. And of course he gets rid of it, because he's an evangelist. He didn't give a fuck. Alright. This augur here floats back up after it's been destroyed. And it's going to make a whirling slice action. Whee! 5, 10, 20,
Don't forget the second
35.
diagonal.
Whee!
Don't forget the second diagonal takes extra tab.
Yep, it says this is 40 right here.
Okay.
Alright, I need everybody but Phaedrith to give me a reflex save, which I'll proc right now. Oh no, Colo, it didn't go for you. You were hidden in the corner. Lucky Colo, lucky Colo. Alright.
Oof. Nice. Grimnir's so strong.
Yeah, you guys are fine. You guys are fine. Nice 0.5 bleed damage.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That doesn't even happen, Rex. I'm taking bigger bleed now, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
hell?
it doesn't even affect you. It doesn't, yeah.
Okay.
You take the bigger bleed. Kaz, it comes to you.
Okay. Well, there's 2 boys in front of me.
That there is.
I don't like them. I'm gonna exploit vulnerability on them.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that I'm frightened. It makes me upset. Great.
Ah.
Okay, I'm gonna exploit their mortal weakness. It's gonna be... It's gonna hit the highest. It's gonna be holy and silver. And I'm bring my whip over. And I'm gonna smack him.
Alright. Now, when you hit it...
Yeah.
Oh, that's a miss.
I'm gonna hero point it. No, I want to hit it.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Uh-huh.
Does it count as though this is actually that, like...
Yes, it counts. It counts like it's actual. For all intents and purposes, I'm doing holy damage / silver damage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that'll kill it for real. Oh, thank goodness.
Alright, yeah, Casimir. The whip turns into a long silver sheen, and then it hits into it. And you watch as there are no shadows left after the blinding small amount of light glows through it. And the augur
Alright.
is truly destroyed.
Excellent. And then my third action, I'm going to, I have 1 free hand. I'm going to look back at Vampire Boy behind me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to control some of the wine that maybe the lady next to him is drinking. It's not wine, it's blood. I'm going to control some of the blood that they're drinking and have it come to my hand. And I'm going to form a massive fuck-off hammer with it that's made out of blood.
Mm.
And I'm gonna smash the one right in front of me.
Hell yeah. Dual wield. Oh!
Hey!
It crunches downwards.
I promise this is a real ability, by the way.
Yeah. I think you've started just making things up at this point.
I have started making things up.
Alright, and yeah, it completely destroys this one too, as even the little blades begin to disintegrate.
Alrighty. That'll be my turn as the Bloodhammer fades.
There's a little...
Excellent.
He leans back. Oh, you're pretty entertaining for a mortal. You like orphans?
It depends on the context of
Do
the
you like
orphans.
do you like orphans, son? Son?
The taste.
Oh.
Oh, I've had a few. He goes, so. Oh, I think you skipped Grimnir.
Oh, did I? I'm so sorry. Grimnir, it's your turn.
It's okay. Just head out.
Oh my god. You're immediately killed for leaving. I'm just
I didn't leave.
kidding. Nice, Kaz. Nice, Kaz.
I get killed for leaving. I get killed for not dancing. What? I get killed for.
God, it's like a dictatorship.
I look down at the the rip he made in the nice clothes. The nice clothes Kaz bought me. The nice clothes Kaz bought me for the special dinner tonight. And I look at him and I say, "You shouldn't have done that." And I'm gonna try and demoralize him.
Okay, sounds good.
Try to anyway. That's fine.
It seems excited that you're gonna hurt it, more than scared.
I pull out my pillow and I lay him to bed. I tuck him in.
It's the
I have
worst thing
warm
you
milk.
can do to a Velstrog.
I have warm milk.
Anything but that.
Time to go to sleep.
Stop it.
What the hell am I looking for? Yeah, I wanna slam down.
Ooh, perfect.
Okay, so we'll try and hit him with the horns.
Okay.
There you go. Yay!
That
Hit
hits.
it. All right, and then pretty good. And
Very
then, and then we get to do a trip, and we trip. Don't have the penalties. There we go.
Yeah, all right. You can describe it to me because it's covered in chains and it's grappling you right now. Like you're fighting against it. You're able to do this while it's grappling you.
It's grappling me.
Yeah, you got crit by it. So you're impaled by the chains just like Phaedra does.
Oh, okay.
It just couldn't lift you up because you're too big.
Dang. Oh man, I was gonna drag him across the room and shit.
No,
Oh,
I mean,
well.
let me just say this. You can like grab the chain around you and like boom, boom, like throw him upwards. He's connected to it, right? So
Okay.
if you grab the chain that is wrapped around you, you can like whip him around.
Yeah, I grab the chain, I pull him into me,
Yep.
and then I scoop him up with the horns, and then slam him down onto the ground and
Oof.
step on him. His head was gonna go in the punch bowl, but I can't move.
You can flip him
So
into this
maybe no.
one.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna play by the rules.
Just
I
suplex
don't
him.
have any features like that. He stays right where he is, and we all stand in the same spot for the entire combat.
I
and
think
then
it's
that's
cool. I think it's cool if you did that and I'd let it happen.
It's okay.
It wants it to happen too, because that'd be really painful. The glass. Alright, you take your bleed damage. Which
Did it
is 6.
roll
Yep.
automatically?
Yep, it's up above. It's 6. Don't forget to roll your recovery check.
Where? I don't see it.
Um,
I see my damage. I see he took damage, and then I see my prone or the trip thing.
So go above the demoralize, above Kaz's recovery, and then it will do Phaedra's bleed. You're right above that one.
Oh, what the hell?
Yep, yep. All right, Phaedra, that brings it to you. Your body writhes, and there is a cloak of shadow on you. What do you do?
Good question. I should probably get out of this grapple, huh?
Sure.
Cease to be grabbed. Okay, there we go. Maybe oh, that's unfortunate. Well, luckily, with the power of a hero point, I get a 14.
Which is
instead.
a success.
Yippee! And then I'm gonna beat this guy's ass.
Mm-hmm.
You drop to the floor, and that void below you instead just clings to your back.
Good. And then, yeah, I'm gonna hit this guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's, fun. Pain. The good kind. Oh, maybe not.
Okay. It, like, laughs as you begin to slice into it. And you realize it's probably easier to hurt yourself than to hurt it.
True! But do I have to roll against myself?
No.
Aww.
If there's one thing Phaedrith knows how to do, it's give tribute to Zon-Cthulhu.
Fantastic. In that case, I'm gonna spike chain the hell out of myself.
I want you to describe this as it lifts into the ground and begins to say, "You will never destroy me. I will feel every lash, every loss. That is our value."
I sure hope so. Feel this, buddy. And I imagine part of the chain is still like wrapped around them, and they just like take it and pull.
Okay, sounds good.
Just rips off their entire body.
Give me a strike on yourself. If you want to crit yourself, you can. But it will
scared.
fucking hurt you. Like it's just gonna go right into your HP. So
I'm scared.
it is your own prerogative. You know.
Let's just do.
Normal damage.
Let's just do normal damage. Yeah.
All right. It takes all that. And you watch as shadows begin to writhe through it, as its own chains mimic this, squeezes through, and severs it into 2 pieces, bisecting it over the shoulder of its chain.
Yippee!
Oh yeah.
And then it just looks over at you. As you see shadow tendrils begin to reach out and pull them back together.
Oh my god, just die already! That's all my actions. I ain't got it.
All right. Halish.
Phaedrith, while I appreciate you trying to do damage to the thing, try not to kill yourself.
I'm alright. I'm still standing. You can hit me though after you heal
Let's
me.
just his head. Oh, that's a lot of healing. But his head's right there. I mean, you could just like.
Yeah, just like.
Oh, well,
Mm,
no.
Well, this thing
Well, it's too late now. But
takes a single step
Step.
forward.
Just hit
salivate.
me. All good.
I'll be prepared,
Alright.
and that'll be the turn.
Okay. Mr. Colo. Caustic Blast. On Phaedrith.
Yay! For 2 of them!
Wow.
2 birds, 1 stone. No, I love to see
Wow,
that.
People
double
clap.
Thank
People
you,
begin to
Colo.
clap. Clap.
It's a free crit. You're doing double damage.
Yeah.
That's right.
Phaedrith, if you hold
And
your arms out, I'll let you critically fail. As it
Yep,
blasts
let me
into
critically
you.
fail.
All right, and it's gonna roll. Perfect. So you can roll damage, Colo, and then Phaedrith, you can just hit double.
Yippee!
All right. It begins to burn into you. Acid is a horrific feeling as your flesh begins to break down deeper and deeper. And you watch along the Evangelist the same thing. It doesn't break down its chains, but all of its flesh begins to dig down into this dark. And Kaz, as you look over, that's the same meat that you used in the meal. Like you immediately recognize it.
delicious.
It's from this creature. And it just sits there. Caustic. It just keeps taking it. In euphoria.
Crap, he didn't die. That's actually.
Bummer.
All right, that's your turn.
Yep, that's it.
All right. It regenerates,
Oh my gosh.
and it will spend an action to stand up.
Stop it! Stop it!
And it is going to rear over towards Kaz because Kaz, it saw you actually destroy the augers, and it's going
It
to
wasn't me.
swing at you.
It was this guy.
Actually, I think that's 15 feet, isn't it? Or does it not count for
no,
reach
no,
weapons?
no. It's
Turn-
yeah, it doesn't
turn-
count for reach weapons.
Turn the blood into a mustache.
It wasn't me.
What's that to me?
All right, he's going to critically hit you.
Ah!
I'm just a boy.
And since he has impaling chains, you are going to get grappled at that reach.
It's grappled.
Oh, do these guys get a little bit of the blood? They like get a little blood that spills on the table.
Yeah, as
like-
it squeezes, the blood fills across the
They
table.
hold out their cups. Oh, they just hold out their glass.
They do. They hold out the cups and they take a drink.
Oh, careful! I have a blood disease.
Oh, they spit it out.
Cap Nebby has not been does not partake in your blood. Like, just kind of looks disgusted down at it. And
Wow.
I don't think anybody's looking at Cap Nebby during this fight, right? Berline's
No,
cheering you
uh,
guys on. Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
I've definitely probably stolen a glance or two.
If you steal a glance, Kemnebi, like Chancellor Kemnebi, out of everybody, others like look like they're like just enjoying a meal. Like this is a mediocre live performance at like a bar for them, right?
Wow, mediocre.
She just
Kemnebi,
got blessed by his god. Excuse me.
Kemnebi is looking at you, Phaedrith, like you are. How do I describe it?
Adorable. The best thing that he's ever seen. So proud.
I think the only word, though it is a steely, like, very strong poker face, it's like sad to him. Like it's not in like you're pathetic to him right now.
Wow, we can
It's-
suck my dick and balls.
Like you are degrading yourself.
Well,
So Kaz, you are wrapped up by the chains, and then you
Yes.
watch as the evangelist takes that chain, pulls it off of its body, and attaches it to the chandelier, throwing it into the air.
Oh,
And then-
okay.
Oh no.
It then will stride away from you.
Well, it stood up.
Yep, one attack.
I guess-
move.
I
I
can't.
guess throwing the chain up is flavor. Sorry.
Yeah. Chains are animated. They act on their own
Okay.
accord.
Okay.
So it
And
will.
it's running away.
It's just gonna step out of reach of a Casimir.
It's true. I can't get to him with my silver and holy if I'm stuck over here.
there's blood on the floor.
Casimir.
All right. First things first. I'm gonna explain my ability on him.
Okay.
Almonds.
Yeah.
Maybe
Surprise,
that's not mortal
surprise.
weakness.
Does it count as just like the other one did?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
He's allergic to soy
I
milk.
don't have any ranged weapons, dude. This sucks.
Is this painful for you?
Do you want a
I'm
ready in action?
realizing it-
If you want a ready in action, I can try and drag him over to you. I guess. Oh no, I'm still
Sure,
grappled.
position.
Wait, does he have to re-up the grab?
That's a good question.
Keep us grappled.
Let's see. Becoming grapple.
Yeah.
They are unable to recover from persistently damage until it gets free. It's got the escape DC.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting. I
We got escape.
don't know, because I would say because the chains are animated themselves, they're holding on to the grapple. Personally, but
Okay.
I think if this was a more dire situation,
How much does he weigh?
not much, not much.
Yeah, Titan wrestler? Don't think so.
All right. I'm gonna try to break free, and if I can't break free, I have another plan.
Okay, when the chains are animated themselves, the DC is 25.
Well, Cat,
Oh.
this could be really high. I mean, I could throw him at you and you could kill him with the ready
I
to.
mean, I'm still grabbed because I definitely didn't roll a 25.
When they're animated on their own, like detached from his body.
I don't feel like. I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying
I don't know if I
that could
can-
really entertain people.
Fuck it, Grimnir. You're right. I don't try to escape. Instead, I reach into my bag and I pull out a silver scimitar.
Well,
You just
and I
been
use
keeping
my-
that thing in there?
Yeah, I use my third action to chuck it at Grimnir.
Oh!
but oh, okay,
And I
Okay.
yell, Grimnir, catch!
okay.
I don't know what kind of roll you want for that, but it's kind of a ranged thrown attack at Grimnir, I guess.
You guys watch as it's like a juggler throwing something like a circus performance. It's like every head, except for the zombies in the room, all like, "Ooh," we'll watch it go up into the air. Kaz, just give me like a ranged attack.
I don't have any. I don't even know what to roll. I
Um,
guess it'd be the same
based?
as no, it'd be strength based. So yeah, I'll just roll this strike for the silver scimitar. I
Sure.
guess if that's what you'd like.
Yeah, go for it.
That'd be the throne.
Absolutely.
Ah, of course you
Oh,
would.
no.
Oh, hell
All
I'm gonna
right.
crit Grimnir to death.
I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm trying to
Grimnir,
like throw it to him.
You
so,
catch
like,
it
he's
with
desperate.
no need to use an action.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hell yeah.
I thought you said you catch it in your chest.
No.
No, yeah. It is cinematic as fuck, Grimnir, as you reach out and poof, grab onto it. It is tiny in your hand, but literally because it's small.
Is this your chef knife?
It is a toothpick.
Well,
Um,
this is a medium-sized silver
oh,
scimitar.
perfect. Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Instead, it is a baby dagger in your hand instead of a
Can
toothpick.
can I have?
Yeah, toss,
Yeah, you
trade it
can
over
have
there, Kaz.
Can I have it?
Oh yeah,
should-
let me throw it at you.
And Kaz, as you bleed in the chains, because they will prevent you from being able to roll for recovery while in the chains.
Yep.
Um,
Oh really? That's
yeah,
crazy.
if you're grappled by the chains, you cannot recover.
Well, that's okay.
All right, Grimnir, you are grabbed, but you have the weapon.
So one action to equip it.
Yeah, no action to equip it at all.
Okay.
The
You
critical,
just catch it 'cause I
critical
rolled a
success.
natural 20.
Yeah, critical
Okay,
success.
sick. We like that.
Yeah.
All right. So this guy's trying to run away, and I look at Nebby and like, God, who summoned this guy?
You know that this is the Cthulhites creature, but Kemnebi announced that the entertainment would begin.
Okay, yeah. I look at Nebby and I look at this guy.
He's taking a sip as though a animal is on display. Doesn't seem to give a single shit.
I throw it at Nebby. No, I don't. I'll kill this guy. No pomp and circumstance. Hopefully I can hit him. Yay!
Yippee!
You know, I would say actually, Grimnir, you recognize the look in Kemnebi's eyes, and also like Berline's and much of the Bloodlords here. It's the same audience when you were fighting.
Mm-hmm.
They just
That's
wanted
fine.
to show.
That doesn't face him. I just like touch the scimitar to his head and watch him like explode or whatever.
He doesn't. There is a Oh God, never mind. Go ahead and give me a. You can describe to me how you execute the Valstruck.
His chains are just like along the ground. I step on the chains with my hoof, cause him to trip up, and then I'll just, as he trips, as he trips, I'll cut him in half.
Excellent. There is a voice of utter surprise, shame, and hatred as the chains break. Yeah, that is the sound of it dying, as you feel its spinal cord is made of the chains itself, and as you sever through all the way through, it turns to shadows. The chains fall to the ground, and there is nothing left of the form. And there is a big bow from the bard as though he was a part of the performance. As it disappears. And you're all unraveled.
Look down at the shadows, like wiggling on the floor as they kind of disapparate, and I just
I didn't get a taste beforehand. Oh well.
Phaedrith literally soaked in gore. Can I sit down now?
Seven Guts throws up his seventh stomach.
we beat the timer.
As this happens, there is a general applause that begins to fill the entire room. A lot of them are like little claps. Like you see some people doing the 2 finger in the palm, Like it was okay. It wasn't all that, as this happens. But Speaker Neth lets you keep the goblet. Casimir.
I walk over to
yeah.
Kaz. I walk over to
Generous.
Kaz and I pick him up. We'll do a lap for the crowd.
Sorry.
Ooh, you do a lap for the crowd? Nice.
Hell yeah! I go sit
Okay.
on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I'll give you the scimitar back.
Oh no, you can keep it, dude. I got so many weapons.
Nice.
Excellent. All right. And as this
I'll look
happens,
I look at the women I dance with. Mm-hmm.
yeah, this one takes a drink and has it and swishes it around, and as you each begin to move backwards, Seven Guts looks like he missed the whole performance, just about. But he looks ahead, looks confused, and says,
Well, you may take your seats. The 5th course will be served.
Alish takes a bow and sits down.
Thank you for our performance. Have a drink, have a seat.
I don't sit.
I absolutely sit. I slump into this chair.
Casimir.
I'm gonna keep standing where I am.
Okay. The Bloodlords begin to like look up at you. The governor looks confused.
Before we sit, Governor Seven Stomachs, I think it's best that since you have provided such a wonderful entertainment for ourselves, we should give you a gift in return, should we not?
Oh, well, you brought something for me.
Yes. Yes, Governor. And I'm going to hold my hand out to Baron.
Fortuitous, I am quite empty stomached.
Yeah, I noticed. I hold my hand out to Baron over here.
Baron, in like a stupor, just kind of begins to, my love, my wife.
He's a halfling, right? Or is he a gnome?
He's a halfling.
Oh. Well. Alright. As he approaches, I go, Baron Seven Stomachs, I have for you a gift.
Hi, Governor. Seven Stomachs.
Sorry, hi, Governor Seven Stomachs. All you need to do, Governor, is make the request.
I would dearly enjoy for you to produce any gift that you would give upon me on behalf of Graydirge.
I push Baron kind of forward, because I know that his whole thing is he wants someone to willingly offer themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna give the command.
Okay. He leans me forward, and then you watch as Seven Guts like lips his chops, and then gives a look at the young man.
My son. Oh, you know that smell.
The tongue unravels as you watch Baron like hit into the side of the table as though he's not paying attention to where he's going. And Seven Stomach licks the air close by like a snake.
Poison Baron, dude, that would have been so fucking tight. I regret so well.
He looks forward, looks at the table, and points right in the middle of it.
Prostrate yourself, my feast.
And Casimir is going to look away as this happens, and he is just going to walk back with the rest of the group over here.
You watch the Bloodlords look over, and they're kind of like a little bit impressed. And Seven Stomachs does this, does this little thing where you see he puts up his little hands, and he like doesn't know which one to go for first. Looks left, looks right, toes, head. Oh, he just can't decide. And then you see he just grabs the bottom. Obviously, you're not looking, but Ordegar Stitchgull is watching. And you see him grab the bottom of his jaw and just pulls his whole face. And there's just a blood spurt. And then the zombies and all around begin to groan, and everyone just begins eating their main entrees, all in a delicate banquet together, as a feast of zombies, ghouls, and the dead fills the room. And with various amounts of meat and vegetables and breads that have been produced for living folk that is around, that writhe. I assume you guys dine as well?
Phaedrus
Pass
is
the brain.
full.
Yeah.
Phaedrus will pass the brain.
I make it very obvious, by the way, this is from all of us over here. Like,
Sick.
can I make like a impression roll? Do I have group impression? Hang on. I don't think I do. No, I don't. But I just want to make an impression roll, just to kind of, if not, just the Bloodlords for that.
You absolutely can make an impression. And
Okay.
Ordegar Stitchgull does look at you with his like bloody lips. And he'll say something to you in a moment, but make your impression roll first.
I make my impression and hope I don't net
Oh.
one.
That's
Hero point.
sucks.
Hero point.
I do not have any left.
No!
That sucks. That sucks. The good
So-
RP for nothing.
So,
Ah.
what happens Okay, let me be clear here, Kaz. 7 stomachs? All in on this, right?
Yeah.
However, you look over to see like the Bloodlords and the Chancellor and the one individual over here, and they give you the look like you're a suck up.
Oh.
You know, like
Well,
you're
you know.
you're placating him over us kind of look.
Hey, Kaz, I think we forgot the Bloodlords.
They feel indignant that you did not offer them a gift.
We didn't know they were coming in my defense.
And Stitch Skull turns around and looks at you, Casimir, and says, "That will be of use to you. Well done. And might I note," it kind of like leans a little bit forward, "what a stark difference since the last man you saw being feasted on."
Yes.
Your face kind of like, I assume you have a moment where you think back to the man who was
Yeah,
ripped
I
apart by
do.
wraiths that you tried to stop.
Uh-huh.
Or Stitch Skull was there for that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm-
Casimir just drinks his wine.
Welcome to the game. And he takes a spoon and begins to eat gingerly. And that is where we're going to go for break.
Yay, break.
Dude, I'm so pissed.
I
about
was-
that
I
one,
was
dude.
vague-
I'm so pissed.
Yeah, fucking sucks. That was the other. I was thinking about. I was gonna go over there and grab his spoon and then kill the angel with the spoon. Like to take it. That was my other thing.
You are so
many
right.
options.
His spoon is silver. So,
Oh shit, that would have been funny.
yeah, no, it's okay. I'm glad
It's
that
fun
you
when
picked up
it's
on
fun
the
you
one
don't have
way.
any. It's fun that you don't have any weapons, so the battlefield becomes the playground.
That's right. Yeah, well done, you guys, in surviving the little ballroom dance. And yeah, people had a change of
man.
face and look. I'm very excited for that.
You were AFK. I was gonna ask you. In character. I guess we'll do a comeback break.
Well, yeah, you guys got time. There's still 2 more courses to eat through, and 7 stomachs has to fill up 7 stomachs worth of halfling. So,
My bad.
Yeah, we can
Alright.
ask some questions like,
Okay.
who the fuck are these Bloodlords?
all right, I will see you guys in 15 minutes.
Did I didn't get a hero point for the question, right? Or anything like that?
You got a D4.
Fuck, can I add a D4 to that?
Yes, you can.
Just a failure.
Yes, you can.
It was still a 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
still
it was a nat
one,
one.
but
But it can pull you out of
it lowers
failure.
it. Yeah, it can pull me out of critical failure, not a So if I get a success, then it just lowers it down to a failure. So
Okay.
it's 20.
So then no change.
I'll
16.
keep that in mind with the 16.
Yeah, I'm just trying. I'm trying.
I appreciate it. Hey, now you know how not to bring up that time, but now you know how Ross feels. But
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
we don't talk about that scene.
Yeah, it's tough.
All right.
Damn it.
And Phaedrith, if you swap over your art with Fugitek, by the way, I'm not sure if you want me to or you will, but
I can do it.
hell yeah. I'll see you guys in 15.
Alrighty. Mr. Colo, I need a band-aid.
Slip me a bandit under the table.
You can't suck it in.
Mr. Colo, if I go unconscious again, Mother was going to come out, and I don't think you'd want that.
Heal me. I'm threatening you to heal me.
I guess that
Incredible.
could be problematic.
Thank you.
Here, I'll do the nice, easy one that possibly couldn't fail.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you.
Stitchko looks over and grimaces.
Sorry. Just a band-aid. It's not like it's magic.
It's a blessing that you were given. To end its pain so early,
I do not follow your religion, Stitchko. I respect your religion, but I did not follow it.
Like, very well.
Kind of. plays with the spoon a little bit.
I will make up for your suffering later.
Thank you.
Oh no, don't. Nah,
Thank
he's
you.
gonna have him.
Yeah, do it to
Not
himself.
bleed
it's
all
fine.
over the tablecloth.
Not now.
Later.
I apologize for not informing you of the surprise, but it was entertaining. And
Ugh.
seems enjoyable for all of us.
Oh, not for me. I better not see that bitch.
I'm right here, Colo. Jeez.
No, she was just as hideous when she had skin on her.
You should go talk to her, Colo. Maybe you can reignite that flame. She's a bloodlord after all.
Wait, who?
The ex-wife.
Oh, that was your ex-wife?
Yes.
Oh, she's a
Sadly.
good dancer.
You had an ex-wife?
And he has a kid. Yeah, it's a whole
What? Oh
I
man, I'm
do,
so
I do.
behind on the gossip.
I think.
Does
It
anyone
could
know who
be
these other
dead.
people are?
thing. I can go over and reintroduce you, Colo. I'm very charming. I'm a good wingman.
Oh, I'm pretty sure if it didn't work out the first time, it's not going to work the second.
I mean,
Second time's the charm?
She's a bloodlord now, Colo. I feel like you should shoot your shot if you can.
No, look.
No, that seemed like you're crawling back. Don't
Been
do it.
abusing her own bones. Look at them. They're gray. They should be white. Puny white.
If you really want to impress her, usurp her,
True.
and then eat her.
Oh, yes. I am kind of curious how in the world she schemed her way. Of course, she schemed her way into the position. Wait, no. I bet her damn daddy gave it to her.
Well, nepotism via undeath. It's not too bad.
Man, I just have dumb joke after dumb joke. I feel like I gotta calm down, so I'm just not gonna say it.
Is there anyone like? Is he the only one dancing, or are there other people dancing?
He's the only
around as
dancer
well?
because everyone's enjoying the feast at this point.
Oh, fair enough.
The Bloodlords are mostly eating and gossiping amongst each other, catching up.
Want to try eavesdrop?
Yeah. Give me a oh god, seek?
No, we're gonna do blind perception.
Blind perception is a seek, so you're good.
Red.
This Bloodlord in the corner looks like he is not talking much. He's staying by excuse him. There you go.
Oh, he's on the table now.
As he and Berline are the only living two Bloodlords there. They're kind of like pecking at their food. There's some fish and whatnot, but it seems like as they look about, they're more interested in other people, or at least they're sweating, and it's getting on their skull face paint. Bloodlord Escola is just staring down at the food and then gestures, and you see the little creature they're familiar go down and nab it all up, eat it, and then go back onto their shoulder. But otherwise, they watch the dancer. Berline is just gossiping, but you can hear her from here making fun, or at the very least talking to Seven Guts while he's trying to eat, talking about the entertainment, talking about what's going on, talking about the decorations. Seven Guts every once in a while interrupts himself of eating just so that he can like look over and try to suck up to her. And at one point she says, soon enough, I mean, with enough work, you're soon gonna be like Bloodlord Mortis. How exciting! And you watch as Seven Guts looks at that and gulps down the hand, which clearly is fully visible all the way down.
Really? Me, a Bloodlord? Well, I guess with my finery.
He goes back in there. Kebnebi, Chancellor Kebnebi, is not partaking and is simply instead leaning back and having a drink of something that looks completely shrill, blue, and spectral. You can roll me recall knowledge if you would recognize that, but
Blue raspberry. He's got the blue raspberry.
he's got blue raspberry.
Ectoplasm.
Big fan.
He would.
Kaz, you don't know what that is. No, you've got cooking. I apologize.
I got cooking lore.
You would know that that is an export out of Alkenstar. That is a very interesting and well sought out, expensive wine. It is it's like known as many different titles. Most people just call it ghost wine. It is one of the only drinks, in fact, it's the only known drink that is able to give a somewhat intoxicating effect to an undead. It is made from the magic of the Spellscar Waste. Very rare, and it's one of the best exports from Alkenstar, one of the only reasons why Geb even deals with them. What you would know of Geb is that it's a lawless wasteland of people out back shooting each other all the time. They don't even have buildings there. It's just like broken down.
Wow.
It's
no buildings.
no buildings, no nothing. But what they can do is make a good alcohol, and use the magic, like scoop it out of the sand. And the two over here remain relatively quiet. But you do learn, Kaz, that's not a bloodlord. Speaker Neth is known as only Speaker Neth.
Oh yeah, I figured he wasn't a bloodlord.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah.
Well, speaker of Mekatar, like what's the ranking? Is he on the levels of bloodlords? Is he, like under a bloodlord? Like what's like
well under.
Well under?
Well under.
Alrighty. Okay.
Is that like above governor?
No, well under that.
Dang, you're sucking up to the wrong guy.
Well, no. We gotta climb the ladder. We gotta.
Oh,
step
you're
on the
right.
first
He's a
rung.
stepping stone. You got it.
Kaz, you would know
Clever.
that likely he's got good connections in high places, but is not likely a government official themselves.
He's a rich boy. Is what you're telling me.
Yes, but the main thing you'd think about is something that you were taught a lot, and it's if the person in front of you is sitting at a very expensive place, it's not who they are, it's who they work for.
Gotcha.
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 And that is a vampire, which means someone did turn him.
Okay.
So, if he's not important, they're probably somebody's important vassal of some kind, you know?
Okay. I definitely target him as like the next person I need to suck up to.
Yeah, out of all of them, only the speaker seemed to understand what you were doing, really. Not like sucking
well,
up, really. This individual, though you can tell, has nothing to contribute to the conversation, is listening, you feel, keenly on every single word being shed.
Okay.
I would like to try to identify if any of these folks are beholden to the Builders League.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I don't think I can do that very well, but I might as well try.
Yes.
Ah.
You would recognize, out of all of them, one of them is aligned with the Builders League. Because all Bloodlords are aligned to a great faction. Or at least one. Some of them try to do two. Does not end up well, usually. You would know that is Bloodlord Nukati. Nukati. She is a Nosferatu who was promoted to Bloodlord after founding the Night of Reunions, a whole holiday and tradition in Geb now, which lures wealthy foreigners by offering them a chance to reignite with their own loved departed ones, like long departed ones, and then they are exchanged as prisoners for exorbitant fees back to their country when they're tricked.
The fuck?
She created specialty cages and illusion areas to trap those people in.
So, like, misinformation campaign to external folks saying, hey, come speak to your dead loved ones.
Yep.
And then they just sell people back.
Yep.
Wow. That's good.
She founded it on the night that is venerated across the world by Naderi. Now, if those that don't know who Naderi is Galarian's goddess of romantic suicide. So, Romeo and Juliet.
I'm glad they have a god for that. Makes
Yeah.
me really happy.
So they really be handing godliness out to everybody, huh? Anything.
Yeah, so
Hey, can I be the god of homicide? Like, come on, let's
there is a
go.
god of murder. Yes. No.
There is a god of
That I
murder,
believe
yeah.
recently they had some interesting stuff where they made things rain in the
Okay,
lore.
but can I be the god of second-degree murder?
Okay, all right.
Come on now.
So yeah, you would know that Bloodlord Nukadi over there doesn't come out of Mekatar very often. You don't know much about. You wouldn't obviously could know much about her because she's a Bloodlord. But what you do know of her is she has a specialty in creating occult knowledge, ancient lost secrets and whatnot, and that's why she was able to perfect this holiday.
Okay, so the Bloodlord Nukadi over there at the end next to the pretty boy. How do you suggest we present the Builders League contract? Anyone?
I don't know. Personally, I think we should stay out of it.
Oh, I'm gonna insert myself into this then, so don't worry about it then.
Okay. If you want to do it, go for it. I support you.
Well, we gotta make splashes, and this is a good time to do so.
Sure.
The seventh feast will begin.
And you see gelatin desserts are given out to both living and dead alike. Inside the gelatin is random body parts and food items. It is sad. Like, there's just bread in gelatin, and they assume that's a dessert. And you watch as the ghost that floats over and drops it off on your table looks over at you, Halish, and says, "You're looking quite lively today." And then floats away with a smile.
Dang, Halish, getting flirted with. Ooh.
Did I just... What?
Get him.
I mean, I suppose I could eat her.
You're gonna eat the ghost lady?
I think I have an idea. Halish is going to beckon over a servant.
Okay. The ghost? Or poor guy? This is poor guy. He's right here.
Oh, he does look like a poor guy.
Poor guy looks like a good messenger to me.
Yeah? Poor guy.
He's been through some shit.
You think he could get close?
Excuse me. How close can you get to the Bloodlords? I have a message that I would like to deliver.
I am not to approach their table.
Who could?
Is there a message you'd like me to relay? There is a halfling.
They gesture, and you see behind them there is a personal servant who's going around.
He's got muffins.
Yes, perfect. He pulls out the deed and he hands it to this weary servant. It says, "Have this be delivered over to Bloodlord Nukadi as a present from the owners of Colic Manor."
He holds out his hand for money.
Oh, sure. He hands him 2 gold as well.
Looks down at it.
Phaedrith's already pretty temperamental, but I imagine he's gonna start scowling if he lingers any longer.
1 more gold coin.
All right, you can give me an intimidation check or a coerce. And Phaedrith can help. This guy gets paid a lot, but also you're wrapping him up in some schemes, and this guy knows what happens to servants who get wrapped up in schemes.
Yeah, they get elevated.
No. Yeah.
He can
To
either,
dinner.
No, they
he can
get
either
eviscerated.
die here, or die there. It's his choice.
Mhm.
Okay, so coerce.
Yeah, you mean coerce.
Cool.
Coerce
I'm
or
not seeing
request.
that. Request.
Bam. There you go.
I am
There's
also not
the-
seeing that on the action.
It's
macro.
on explore. Like it'd be on exploration.
Oh, of course it would be.
Coerce would be. I think request is on the first one. Yeah, request is it. It's right below reposition. It's a thumbs up above seek.
Well, never mind. Ignore my.
Phaedrus,
my
you're
critical
coercing him.
success.
You're coercing him.
Oh, I thought I was aiding the coerce. Oh,
You're coercing him, and then Halish is making a request.
okay.
Because like I'm gonna have a 0 without both of these. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna add a. No, I don't have a D4. 10's good. 10's middle of the road.
He looks at you, and he looks like he is just gonna deny you. And then Phaedrus looks over.
Having an achy, no good day.
I will hand it to the royal taster.
Thank you. Oh, it's not for eating.
The servant who manages the Blood Lord's meals, they are a taster.
Okay. I don't know what they taste like.
Grimnir- Speaking of that,
And he goes to the
Grimnir's
back.
just. Oh, okay.
Why the fuck did he go over there for?
He's gonna go around. He doesn't want to be in their vision cones when he approaches. He's pro.
No, he wouldn't do that. Sorry. I got this really cool big old map. I might as well use it. I'm gonna go into the kitchen.
What the
Well, there goes our deed, Halish.
Oh.
The one thing, no, I don't say that. Grimnir looks like he's been fiddling with the kind of cut, like where it like slashed through his school jacket that he got. Looks at it, goes, "I'm sorry, cuz." Like he sees like both. He just like tears like the rest of it off.
No, it's okay, Grimnir.
It was nice. I liked it.
It was very nice.
I want to follow
It's
that guy.
We will get you
Grim-
another one.
That's okay. It was really tight too. It doesn't really fit
Oh.
me, but I appreciate it. Phaedrus,
Uh-huh.
are you okay? I know that's weird. I know that's a weird question. And like the cosmic, did that creature do something to you?
Okay, how do I even begin to explain this one? I kind of, I make pretty
Your
puppy dog
claws
eyes
are
at
awfully
Stitch
sharp.
Skull.
Your horns are awfully big. Your ears
A little bit more
Big ears, yeah.
big enough
doggish.
to hear you with.
Yeah. Phaedrus kind of like drums their fingers a little bit, and they want to make like big puppy dog eyes at Stitch Skull to explain instead. But
If you look like you don't want to, explain, that's fine. Grimnir's just making sure you're okay.
no, they're still trying to figure it out like themselves. I think only thing I really know is that evangelist was a way to commune with my God. And commune I did. Quite a bit. It was great. It was amazing, actually. I'm the best I've ever been. But I'm also really fucking tired, and I want to take a nap for reasons completely unrelated to that thing. Yeah.
Grimnir muses about faith and gifts from gods.
You don't seem the godly type, though, Grimnir, huh?
Shakes his head. Big shake. Kolo, are you alright? You keep looking at that one over there.
Keeping an eye on her. I never know what she could be planning.
Has at any point this person looked over at our table?
No, but
I feel
Mr.
her
Mi-
presence.
Mr. Colo, Mr. Colo,
Yes.
you are having your gelatin food, right?
I'm
Loaf of bread inside of a green
playing
jelly.
around with it a little bit.
Playing around with
That's
it.
called
Okay. You can see that there's like a suspended, like blurry object in the center of it, amongst like all of the other people's ones. and you begin to see it sink in there. Abruptly.
I frowned.
Do you do anything with it?
I think my gelatin is a spider.
There's like a from the gelatin.
Oh, you better eat that before it eats you.
No, I just pushed the thread a little up a little bit, and I tried to ignore it. This must be one of her devilish tricks.
And you see the gelatin beginning to shrink more and more and more and more.
Oh, he's eating it.
And then a face, a tongue, and you see it's a severed zombie head inside the gelatin, suspended. Its mouth is just full of wet, gross gelatin muck, and it spits it out like a flywood onto Kolo's lap.
It is you, my son.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Family reunions all
Reunion.
around today.
How are you, Frederick?
Oh my god.
Oh. I
Clean your room.
Koa stabs his fork into the tongue. Shut up, Fred.
Shut up,
Be
Fred.
careful. Remember the laws of the dead.
I didn't give it to you. Fine.
This is the happiest family reunion I've seen today.
I have the taste of you.
Dr. Colo, you broke him.
It's already broken.
Yeah, but
Begins to chew on the
now
fork.
he's... Okay. Look at what he's done. He's confused.
Man, Halish. Mr. Kolo's dad looks fucking delicious.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna ask this, and you can say no. Do you want me to take care of that?
Yes, please.
You gonna
okay.
finish that?
Nice to meet you. And then he just like grabs the head and then rips it into his mouth and bites.
You see, it bites back onto Halish's like teeth and lips, and it's like a fighting. Like both of them are eating each other. If you didn't know any better, that's like kissing. You know, they're like
I was
eating
just
into
saying,
each
it
other.
just sounds like they're making out with
Yeah.
extra stuff.
He does not go down quiet, and every once in a while you hear from Halish's throat.
Don't worry, the acid will take effect soon.
Right. So while you guys are dealing with that, I'm gonna figure out where our little servant guy went. I'm gonna give
I think they're working on the deal right now.
you know,
He's
best
dead.
to be. I just want eyes on, and I'm gonna give old buddy a little tap on the shoulder, and then I'm gonna head to these here kitchens if that's okay.
Stitchko gives you a look as though that's dangerous. Probably the most dangerous thing you've done tonight.
Well, there's more yet to come.
All right. As you step on the dance floor, this dancer comes up and grabs your hand
Ah!
and begins to
Don't grab
dance
me.
with you.
All right. Well, I'm
Opportunity
gonna
attack.
performatate my way away from him.
Give me a performance check.
Okay.
Roll for us to escape.
Let's see. Do I have
You
to do
have
it
to-
against
like,
this guy? Let's see.
Performance contest. If you lose, you have to keep dancing. Oh no. Oh no.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
no.
Oh,
wait, wait.
We can use a hero
wait.
point and not.
Oh my.
What if something bad happens in the kitchen?
I don't actually know if I have a hero point. I don't think I do. Oh well. Yeah. No, I can't performatate away from this fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he just kind of grabs on and hooks you in. You see one of his various feathers and wrappings like connect with you, and then he like spins you around and begins to like playfully bring you about and over the singing. And as this happens, there is a
Cole! Cole!
And you watch as there's like a quiet in the music and the dancer stops. And Seven Stomachs begins to stand up.
Where is Cole?
And you see a
Fuck is
ghoul
goal?
skitter up past you, Phaedrith.
Okay. Can I take this opportunity to escape now?
Yeah, you can just walk away if you want to, but eyes are on you. Like, all eyes are on you. Because people are seeing
okay,
conversation happening.
Yeah. I'll wait, but I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
gonna smooze away from this fucking guy. I'm out of arm's reach.
Sure. As this happens, you see this Minotaur just, like, move
Alright,
up.
Mr. Minotaur.
As you see the ghoul move up and ghoul says, bows, they are almost stark naked, and starving. They haven't been able to have any food up on the dining yet. And Seven Gut stands up and says,
I believe you're, where... God. Oh, so good. Where is Stana Keystone? I believe we requested her presence from the Builders League representations.
the ghoul kind of bows its head and says,
The Governor's... I do apologize. Stana's only son has gone deathly ill. My congratulations. I'll send a bouquet. I imagine she wants to be there for that. Very well. I'll forgive it this time, though a punishment will have to be dealt upon you, Cole. Watch.
he takes like a bite of the intestines. Cole, like, puts his head down
Okay.
and, like, very shyly, empathetically goes back.
I suppose that answers that. Unless it's not going to be taken.
Waves a hand in the air and stands up. He knocks a bit of the table back as he does so because he's full of actual halfling.
Oh god.
That's enough celebration tonight. We thank you all for gathering here for our 7 meals and dances.
There's like a pause amongst everyone to let him continue. And you can see he's very obviously swallowing something that didn't go all the way down.
Now then, we thank you for being here for the grand opening of Graydirge Bank. And do not worry, we will discuss the new ownership of the Crooked Coffin Brewery. For once its reconstruction is done, on behalf of the Builders League funded by the tax collectors and maintained by the Export Guild, given workers by the Reanimators, and lauded on opening by the celebrants, we will discuss new ownership and drink. Graydirge will prosper. Reminder that tomorrow is Abjurant Day. Find your illest and most potent meat sacks around. We will have them added to the walls at midday. Have a horrific night.
Does a bow, and you see everyone beginning to stand up and leave, giving their own thanks to Geb. As everything begins to quiet down.
So does that mean our message got delivered, or do I have to deal with like tall, bony, and glowy over here?
As this is happening, Seven Guts looks over and says,
Of course, you will stay.
and they point at this table.
Where is the last one? Where? No!
I was just striking conversation with this handsome, glowing fellow here.
Do you understand Jotun?
You know what? Oh, I fucking traded it out, I think. I used to. I traded it out for Chthonian.
I do.
I asked Grimnir for a translation.
I mean, you're way over there, but I'll probably hear what he says.
Grimnir.
Really
there's a bellow as the green glow glows over the ground onto his weapon and onto Phaedrith as you hear a bellowing voice say,
Do not involve me with your politics.
Politics?
I would sooner sever my own skull.
Lucky
you
for
do not
that's my
understand him,
specialty.
Phaedrith. He is speaking Jotun.
All right, buddy.
It sounds just like me.
Yeah, it's like a
What make you Martin
to you, Phaedrith. It's like what you hear. Do you?
Very slow.
Well,
What do you say to him as you don't know what he's saying, but obviously said something?
that didn't sound very friendly, but here's my number anyway. Call me. Bye. And I'm gonna go back to my
Wow.
table.
All right, people begin to shuffle and leave. Everyone, but who is behind the table?
Okay, maybe I made a judgment failure on trusting that creepy guy. I should have known that I shouldn't trust him because I think his good twin was over there too.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
People wave you
I
out.
couldn't get past all glowy skeleton man over there.
Oh, are we supposed to? Okay.
One by one, they begin to leave. Stitchkull does not, and you do see, the servants leave, and there's like a movement back here. And as this happens, they apologize.
This tester's gone quietly. Excuse me. But I'm just gonna go clean up.
And stays like quiet as he moves about. And begins cleaning up dishes. Seven Guts bellows around.
Get out, you sack of filth!
And he
I'm not paying you.
Oh, that guy. That guy. Which sack of Phil?
Seven Guts.
There's a lot of sacks here.
Seven Guts does not elaborate after saying, I'm not paying you. And that I'm not paying you
That's it.
in general. Yeah, he's stating a fact. They all wait patiently. And you see all of the bloodlords, the speaker, just begin to finish their food, drink, before Seven Guts leans back, satisfied.
Well, thank you for being our generous agents of Gep. And thank you, Chancellor Kemnebi, for our entertainment. Now then.
You see the High Governor waves everyone to come forward.
There have been many reports on movements of living and dead, murders of ghouls in my streets, backhanded movements, unauthorized movement in the catacombs, and the destruction of property, and one of my favorite breweries in my court of ghouls. Tell me, as Berline Haldoli has been so kind to tell me that you've done this for the benefit of our dear Lord Gip. What happened? Start from the beginning.
Of course, sir. We were working with Lord Haldoli on a mission for her to assist in the reclamation of one of her farms. It had been overrun and abandoned for a mysterious reason.
A hand raises from Speaker Neth. Which farm?
I don't know.
Haldoli shouts up,
Oh, old Earcax! Oh, did you know? He was a cannibal.
kind of leans back. And Speaker Neth kind of goes, and then gestures to you to continue.
When we arrived, we found it deserted. We took some time to round up the remaining cattle, but in our activity, we discovered something suspicious on some of the dead ranchers at the farm.
Halish produces the pouch from the packet of strange gray paste.
Mm. There is like a momentary delay before Seven Guts like waves you forward, Halish, to give you permission to approach. Takes it from you. Mm-hmm. He puts it in his mouth.
What about it?
This grey paste may be harmless to an excellent being like yourself, High Governor. But to us quick, it is a poison.
That's horrible.
We found it within the grain silos of the farm.
You what?
And you see all of the Bloodlords begin to kind of like pull back a little bit at this.
Silos? Who would dare poison our food exports? That's sabotage, treason of the highest order.
Of course, sir. We also found these. I will show him the red banner with the missing finger. Torn red cloth.
Yes, our ghoulish guard had also seen folk accompanied with this cult symbol.
I would not call it a cult. Not a large one, anyway. But we used it to track down the people that we were hunting.
Were they the murderers of my ghoulish friends? 3 ghouls died.
They were.
Give me a
Oof.
lie.
Oof, that's a lie.
Does Kaz know?
Oh.
Yeah, I was just to say,
Yeah.
Kaz wasn't
I don't think we
there.
know. No, I don't think he does, but honestly, I want to frame him anyway. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's a lie.
Yeah. You are welcome to target him and lie to him. You will be
Alright.
targeting 7 Guts for the any amount of like persuasion checks.
Oh boy. Oh, this makes me a little nervous.
Can you do food-based persuasion in any way? Or deception, I mean.
Yes, produces cupcake.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this with the already established. We gave him a cool
Yes.
treat.
Yes.
thing.
Yes. You're actually already getting. Oh, good. You're already getting a bonus. But there you go. Okay.
Brigands in my town. They should be stripped of their meat and put into the wall so I can interrogate them every day for the next 10 years of my service.
Well, High Governor, if you allow me to continue, you may find solace in the rest of the story.
May Geb be solace and calm.
Leans back.
We tracked down these brigands, as you call them, to a hideout within the brewery. We discovered that it was a front for this vicious gang that was murdering your ghouls and trying to poison the cattle of Graydirge.
Teehee.
There is a claw that raises over here.
Yes?
The voice is sharp, shrill.
And when did you enter the catacombs?
A simple side quest in our mission to track down the gang. They run in with another group, and they pointed us in the right direction. Very helpful overall. It's not a lie.
They flick their ear and lean back. And Lord of Graydirge says, "Yeah, they were pretend fetchlings. Very fun. I believe Sitchkull has them. We rounded them up."
Honestly, they were pretty pathetic. That's why I didn't want to mention them.
Nice. Nice.
Seven Guts like strokes his chin, pushes something down under the skin.
They were of use to us. Were this fake fetchlings? That sounds like the bone shots, a nuisance in my side since I had, begun being governor.
And they have been taken care of, thankfully, never to bother you again, at least for a little while. You know how these people are, cockroaches until the end.
Did they join with this severed finger group? Or were
They
they
did not.
opposed?
They were opposed. They actually got into a very vicious fight.
Very well. Continue.
Don't know if I want to mention the bank or not.
Everyone at the table is watching.
He didn't
I mean-
say bank. He didn't say bank as part of his spiel, right?
He
So-
didn't. He didn't. I think I'm gonna skip
You
over
ex-
the bank.
Yeah, you only say the things he asked you for.
Yeah. So we tracked down this Severed Fingers cult to the brewery, which was using the brewery as a front for their misdeeds and crimes against your good city. We parlayed with the leader of this cult. Her name was Kapketa. She was a changeling.
There is a movement of a skeleton, and you watch the giant reach into its pack and throw a sack onto the ground. And you see Kepgeta's half body shriveled and burned. Like peek
And
out of it.
I motioned to the sack with my hand. My sister.
There is very obvious eyes that widen at that notion of a sibling.
Kapketa was attempting to poison Graydirge and her cattle. An attempt to possibly ruin economic relationships and exports with the rest of Geb. We, thankfully, stopped her plan, but Kapketa wasn't the one leading this operation.
Seven
mother.
leans forward.
Her mother was.
And her mother is...
She is a iron hag by the name of something. What's her name? Hang on, I gotta look at that. Mommy.
Would Kaz delay, or is this out of game?
No.
Kaz would delay for dramatic effect. But I'm also just looking for her name. I don't know where it is. I'm trying to search our chat. Where is it?
A voice cuts in. A voice cuts in. Refined. Measured. Chemnebbies. Iron Tavia.
Avia. Yes.
I know of this hag. They have been in Geb for, well, almost as long as I have. How very interesting. Well done, killing her daughter. I worry that she may have been sent. Do you have any inclination that such a powerful hag could be working on treason? And speak plainly. As Chancellor, you may address me the same as you would address Geb himself, outside of Mekadar.
I am going to step over the bag that has my sister's body in it as I approach to get closer. As the son of Iron Claw Tavia, I can assure you, she means treason. She seeks to take the power and the strength that Geb has for herself. And if not for herself, simply to sabotage it and destroy it.
There
What
is.
better place to attack than Graydirge, where our farms are no equal in measure to anywhere else in game.
This means war. This is unforgivable.
Hi,
Surely.
Governor. Hi, Governor. Hi, Governor. May I make a request of yourself and of Chancellor and of Geb himself?
He said it. She said the G.
You see all the Bloodlords watch in anticipation. That's such a daring request.
Ooh.
And I lean forward on the table, kind of over the gore of the halfling.
Mm.
I am praying to Zokathun right now.
Oh, there goes Kaz's head.
Yep.
Let me, with our group, take care of her for you. It would be an honor of ours to serve our Lord Geb and to rid her for you. A pox that needs cleansing.
Or you. Why, you all do a great service, but such a powerful hack.
And as he says this, there is the sound of a staff. Kemnebi's between his knees. You have my permission. Slay her. End this plot. By any means necessary. War
I
against
shan't.
the living is war against the dead in Geb.
High Chancellor, it would be our honor to end the blight that plagues these lands.
There is a nod. Seven Guts does not intervene in that.
Well, of course, yes.
And Bloodlord Haldoli actually steps forth. Grimnir, actually, you got something?
I just wanna sense motive Kanebi.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. I just wanna to take what he just said. Does he really believe that, or is he just saying that because he's the High Chancellor? He's got to say that. When he said, a
War on
war
the
against the
quick
living
is
is a
war on
war
the
against the
dead.
dead. Yeah. So then I might actually. This guy. But if he's too difficult to read, that's fine.
He is
I'll just-
difficult to read, but from his eyes, you can tell that, from what you know of the High Chancellor, he is basically Geb's power outside of Mekatar. Legend is that Geb cannot or will not leave Mekatar, right? And so for much of this, it seems as though this is he is almost as old. He's as old as Geb itself, Kemnebi is, and he seems to have taken this quite personally. That if someone means to damage Geb's reputation, he is giving executive permission to ruin them.
Okay. Well, that's not what I was after, but yeah, that's all right.
As for the cold voice, you can't be sure. I guess no, you would be able to tell, no matter what his words are, as practiced as they are, you can't be sure if he believes them. But the one thing he does believe is that something like this would be war against Geb, would be war against him.
Okay, he stays in the same box then in that little mind palace.
I will say that
NPCs that I like and dislike.
I will say that during the entirety of Kemnebi's speech, Phaedrith looks intensely uncomfortable, like more than usual, more than they have been the entire night. But I don't say anything.
Kemnebi doesn't seem to say any much more word, but Haldoli does. Naughty young woman, that Iron Tavia. I've heard of her. The Haxenwood's not far from here. I don't think I've met her. I guess if I did, she probably would have made a very big show of it. But hags can look like anybody, you know? Tell you what, well, any woman, you know. But tell you what, from what I know, you know, she's powerful. Honest hag, yeah. But they did say that Iron Tavia is a deserter of the Magambia representatives from the Mwangi Expanse decades ago, centuries ago. Is it possible, or do you have any inclination that this could be Mwangi and Magambia itself declaring war? I guess you should figure it out.
Doesn't sound like a request.
What a
You should-
strange lore drop. It's
What
so
spouting nonsense?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There is a cold pause where you hear Bloodlord Escola speak through her voice.
Uh-oh.
Iron Tavia. I have met her in Yellet. And in Mekitar. She is dangerous, but exploitable. Are you aware of her wound?
My mother never divulged her weaknesses to me, for obvious reasons.
She came to the Cinerarium, to the Ebon Mausoleum, and to the Cathedral of Epiphenomenon, all to mend a wound she came to our lands with using necromantic magic. Aim true for her chest, and perhaps you would be able to slay her, even as her child.
A wound she received from the Mwangi Expanse.
It is unknown, the origins of her affliction, but it was meant to be secret by pact of a hag. But she has caused treason, and now faces Geb's wrath.
Thank you for your knowledge.
What
You are
kind of
wise beyond-
you know, it only cuts you up. What kind of hag like makes an undetectable poison and, you know, tests it on farmers, you know, like innocent farmers? They were just doing their own thing, and whatever for whoever makes such a severe punishment too. Oh, speaking of which, I mean, is there anything else you have to say? I mean, we want to make sure that we can clear you of any problems that you could have done, considering you're now agents of Mekitar and Geb itself. You have our permission to hunt down Iron Tavia and put an end to this poisoning plot, so we're going to help you any way that we can.
Ooh, I want to push my luck so bad.
Do it!
I do
Let
want
me
to say
lose.
that.
Oh no, I'm stuck.
Oh no!
I'm stuck.
So thin.
That's you actually like.
I flipped too many times, guys, and now I'm flat.
They're magically squishing you.
Oh, you turned invisible!
Oh!
Let's get out of here, Kaz.
Oh, good heavens!
Paper Mario. Slip under the door. Hold on.
Wait,
Here we
I have
go.
that spell. Invisibility.
We're running.
We need to get
We're
that.
on the case right now.
I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna delete myself. And I can't delete myself. I don't know how to fix that. I'm
We're gone.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Escape everything.
Go ahead.
One
Cats.
thing I want to mention is that being a hag there's a possibility that Iron Tavia is a member of a what do they call it when there's multiple hags in a group?
Coven. I know this one.
Coven.
Coven.
Yeah. So,
God.
Good job, High Governor!
He's at
So,
a bar. He's doing the trivia quiz on the TV.
I'm worried that maybe Iron Tavia is a part of a covenant, and if so, maybe the rest of the covenant is in on this, and we might have to hunt them.
Oh, that wouldn't do. That wouldn't do. I think we're in agreement. Clean it up. Murder, I think. That's best for everyone involved.
Sounds
Just
good
Iron
for
Tavia or
me.
everyone involved?
Everyone involved. Anyone she's in league with. I think we're in agreement. And all the Bloodlords like nod.
May I attempt to? Oh man. So, as we wish to do your bidding, as is Geb's will, it is difficult for us quick to navigate such plots without a sufficient source of vitality for ourselves. After all, it would be a shame if we were to die outside of the walls of Graydirge.
There is a group eyebrow
Kaz, you got
raise.
some.
There-
you got some
there is
balls on
a-
you, man.
There is a group eyebrow raise amongst every living and dead Bloodlord at once.
Oh yeah, I'm pushing my luck. I'm pushing my luck.
I am once again praying.
Bloodlord Haldoli like shouts out, "Oh, of course, of course. We have crystal healing and alchemical power. I mean, we do have a black brick, but I'm sure that there's some vitality that can be found. But of course, all of us would know that anyone that would use positive energy here in Geb would be subject to the eternal vigil forever, right? Right?" All the Bloodlords nod.
Just simple alchemical potions like Haldoli mentioned. They're still, unfortunately, difficult to come by with our income. I imply give us money.
Yeah.
I imply.
Oh, Seven Guts puts up a hand and says,
Oh, pay you no mind. I was informed that you had done a great service to Geb itself, and thus I have found a reward for each of you. Do not worry. We'll get to that when this is all finished. I just need to know what exactly happened. Haldoli herself has been very kind to inform me what would be useful for each of you.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that is the end of my tale. If he comes out with a fucking witch hat, by the way, I'm gonna lose.
No. You're gonna get a cauldron cozy for your cauldron. It's gonna be a little sweater for your cauldron.
Hand crocheted.
We keep forgetting to bring with us
So-
on adventures.
Can I attempt another make an impression roll through that
Uh-oh.
whole freaking speech I just did for these bloodlords to get them to like me?
"Yes."
Hey man, you got an ID dice now.
I got an ID dice and I got
No
a
hero
point.
points. Oh, you got a hero point.
I
You
have
have
a
one hero
hero
point.
point.
One hero point.
I have one
Nice.
hero point.
Do it. Give guidance.
Okay, 18. That's not like bad, but I have a
You did
hero
roll a
point.
5.
I
You rolled a
know.
5.
Well, I could roll. I could
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. We ball.
Meatball.
You
Okay.
got the 0 point. Like what? I don't know how much left.
Fuck it. We ball.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
30.
Reserved as they are, they make no signs of being outwardly impressed. But those of you that are paying close attention know that they have been enraptured. They've been listening, taking your words in, and are inspired by your dedication as an agent of Geb to kill Iron Tavia for what she's done. And they all seem to have found you guys as like messengers before they started entertainment, but now you can tell that the Bloodlords themselves are listening to your words as true agents of Geb.
We're pawns now.
Hell yeah.
At this time, Kaz, there is a pum, 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 pum on the door behind you. And you hear the Chancellor say, "Is it that time already?" Seven Guts shouts,
Well, come in. Or who dare come in this time?
and you see a ghoul with intestines for hair walk
Look at him.
in.
He's so stylish.
Oh.
And he's storming forward, angry, walking throughout all the blood.
Out of the way.
Yep, sorry, sir.
We're in the middle of a...
And you watch this man shove up and shout,
Someone broke into Graydirge Bank.
flicks the tongue out.
Stolen property.
Just don't say anything.
Dead guards. There are many tracks of many creatures there. East vaults open.
Seven Guts leans forward.
You must be Vakish Quick Tongue.
No, his tongue is quick, all right. Yumma yumma.
You're wrong for that.
And there is like a moment where there's like a bit, and he says this, and then a hand raised, and you see it's the speaker. Let me remind you that this is a very important meeting about Geb's safety, war and hostilities. The tax collectors union, if they had a break-in, that is their problem, isn't it? There's like a pause from everyone, and Vakish flips on him, lashes a tongue out, but then holds it, biting down on it. And you
Crossed him up.
Kaz?
Oh yeah, I'll fucking square up, dude. If he's gonna, if he like makes a move like he's gonna, yeah, I'm gonna square up to him. I don't say anything. I just kind of move, you know.
There was violence. Yeah. It is beholden to Geb's nobility that this happened.
Is he bothering you, bloodlords and shit?
Is he bothering you? He bothering you, kitten? Don't worry, Daddy's here.
Kem Nebi actually holds up a claw. And Kaz, you kind of feel the room darken for a second, and
Oh, I know he fucked up.
Quick Tongue quiets. And Kem Nebi says, if there was a break-in within Graydirge Bank, it should have been more well guarded, and it should have been reported far sooner than this. You would do better to protect the assets of the tax collectors union going forward, if you wish to keep your tongue, ghoul. There's a moment, and he bows.
Phaedrus
That
will
is
take this
that's literally what I
opportunity-
was about to say. And having said nothing, this whole conversation, like, bad battle security. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do better, I guess. I don't know.
True.
Phaedrus will take this opportunity to do the pod shot, though, and just be like, no, please. Say what you're gonna say. I dare you. It always ends well.
Yeah. Quick Tongue looks over at you all as though he don't know the fuck you guys are. You guys are a bunch of losers. And he's like,
Regardless, I apologize for my anger. My wrath was pointed at criminals, not you, my greatness. It is, however, time. I am going to go ahead to Graydirge Bank to open it with the tax collector's funds and name the repairs need to be done by the Builders League.
he turns towards the Nosferatu, and you see her stand up and say,
I don't think so.
Get him.
"Poof." You see something put onto the table.
It has come to my attention that the tax collectors union is not of ownership of Graydirge Bank.
Quick Tongue begins to back up a little bit and says,
What kind of valueless?
and he realizes he's talking to a Bloodlord. And
Such accusations require fine evidence that I'm sure you have. Bloodlord, I do not mean to challenge you. Perhaps it is a forgery.
And at this, they begin to unravel it from the sealed piece, the blackened obsidian, and begin to unsheath it. As this happens, you see Bloodlord Kemnebi look over towards her as though, you bitch. Like,
Ooh, fight,
And-
fight, fight.
and-
We'll fight him later.
and just holds out a claw towards it without her getting to speak, and takes it.
That's the way he wants to see it.
Yeah. He takes it
He
from
snaps
her.
his fingers a couple times. Let me see that.
He looks it up and down, just once. So it would seem. Holds it to 7 stomachs.
Let me see that.
And before he can finish, Haldoli says, "Wow, that's well,
Whoa.
what an upset!" And at that, she begins to clap excitedly. Well, I guess we better get into contact with the Builders League. I'm assuming that we can do that later at this time. Vakish Quickstongue, your service is no longer needed in Graydirge. Bye.
Does he get to keep his hair at least?
This.
Hot
So
dog
whatever
hair
you-
slapping him on the way out.
And he just walks away.
Put everything you own in a box, and then mail that box away.
Mm-hmm.
Then go catch it.
That solves that, I guess. It looks like it all checks out. Well, you kept this to the very moment. How fucking dramatic.
He like,
Did she throw up the peace sign like she's been doing this whole?
she does the little. I don't know if you guys can see it in her heart, but she.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah,
the little
I
smirk.
as soon as he puts that up, I think of the meme with that kid that disappears. Just
Yeah,
waiting for it to
disappears,
just
yeah.
vanish at it.
Disappears.
Appeared.
Now then, we must discuss, our important discussions of legal terminology and ownership. However, you've done a great service, and you'll continue to be of great service to Geb in our great necrocracy. So, we have prepared gifts worthy of your names.
He begins to reach down, and there's a big box. Big skull, and they have flaming little blue eyes. He puts it into the guts of the servant. Spins it around. It spins the halfling. Like he just
Damn it.
and
Great.
scoots it to the end.
Who wants their reward first? The slave?
Looks up at you,
Which
Grimnir.
Yeah, this won't broach any argument. He'll just walk forward.
I had prepared for you a collar made of silver, but
Oh my god, that's so fucked up.
I have a matching pair.
I figured, however, that perhaps you would need something that is more to your heritage.
Excuse me, Kaz. Get your butt out of my face. Here we go.
Oh, sorry.
I have learned in various circles that minotaurs enjoy a stone, so I have procured this.
And it's a
rock.
it's a rock. it's a quartz, like a quartz gemstone.
Oh, okay.
And it appears to have just been smashed and put back together using molten copper into the cracks.
Oh.
Okay. That's neat. Kind of neat.
Here you go.
I'll
Thanks,
take
man.
it.
Oh wow! I bet you could sell it for 5 gold.
Oh, there you are. Dean and X.
How? What? No, wait. How could I sell the gift of a blood lord? Oh, no, he's not a blood lord. I don't say that. I forgot. I don't say that. I don't fucking say that. He shows back up when gifts are given.
Yeah.
Do you need any help on how to use that thing? Or are you good?
He's talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seven Guts is gonna explain to me how it works.
Yeah.
I'm all ears, Governor.
It works. It's weird. It's you can break it apart and you can come into little pieces, and it's quite valuable. There's a magic to it that once you
He begins to look down at Haldoli.
Uh.
And Haldoli lets it up.
Re-gifted.
It's an Aeon Stone. It's imbued with power beyond the ages, and it has the ability to reverse time briefly for an object. It's able to resonate and bring an object back to pieces that were not there in its original value. Now, this is magic that many people have access to, but you'll find it useful to just use it as a source. It does use the moon's energy to channel it, so you'll only be able to use it once per day.
Okay, yeah. Grimmer thinks it's cool. He holds it up to the light, kind of watch the light go through it.
It's in your inventory.
And then he steps back. He'll do a slight bow of the head.
Who's next? The Puffunite.
The what?
The what?
The Puffunite.
I heard buffoonite.
That's what I fucking heard. We were about to have a goddamn problem. I was about to commit some heresy.
No, we thank you for your faith's usefulness, your little faith's usefulness. Considering there's a threat to the living, it makes sense that you would step in. Your ongoing service is very valued. What was it that we had?
Haldoli looks up and says, the Church of Cthulhunites had no involvement with the situation. So there was no gift provided?
Don't worry. I got all the gift I need. And Phaedrus kind of just gestures at themselves and then walks away.
Do a little twirl.
Yeah.
Strut out.
New shadow. I got my ritzy new shadow cloak. I got a new look, new digs. I'm good.
You got a new shadow?
Yeah, there's a shadow cloak. It's still on them.
Shadow cloak. Yeah.
Oh, cloak. Look,
I mean, I did technically get a new shadow.
Wait, whose shadow is that?
That's a fetchling thing. I can eat your shadow if I wanted to.
Please don't.
My apologies. I had thought that it was reported that Kepketa was slain by a chain. I figured, and perhaps it wasn't that case.
She was. Wait a minute. I walked back to the
step
table.
forward?
She was.
So there was involvement with the Cthulhunites in the Crooked Coffin's destruction.
My involvement doesn't imply Cthulhunite involvement. I acted alone.
Aren't you a Cthulhunite?
I didn't act on behalf of the church.
I thought all of you were together.
No. I champion Zon Cthulhu, not the church.
Very well, then. Very well. I will not deny your involvement, then. But the churches, they were useless. They left it to my ghoul guard to take out the fires. That is why you are used for the entertainment this night, Stitch Skull. Your faith will be of more service to Graydirge in the future.
Stitch Skull just kind of
Phaedrus' eye twitches.
gives a nod. But I assume you step back.
No, I want my fucking present.
Speaking of those that were of use, churches and faiths, Where is our grandiose zombified Urgathoan?
Wow, I don't get a present for real? This
Trust
is
me,
fucked
trust
Yeah,
up.
he
me.
said
I'm
give you
outta
your present
here.
later, I think. I think that's what he's saying. You don't have a present for you right now, but you'll get one later.
And, that's fucked up.
You,
We're out of here, Garis.
Pet Garrus.
As an Urgathoan, your church has been nothing but valuable to Graydirge, and your involvement with handling this threat has been insurmountable. So, I have procured for you a favor.
Hmm.
He like calls out into the air, and there's a door that opens behind you, and a woman steps through that is absolutely horrific, covered in sores and grown over wounds and pustulence and rot, and a headdress of Urgathoa.
You're popular tonight, Mazel Tov.
And she steps forward like she's like going to a wedding and she's the bride. Halish, that is someone you likely know, or at least have heard of in the Urgathoan faith. If you want, you can give me a recall knowledge.
Yeah.
You recognize the infamous High Cleric in Mekatar of Urgathoa, who works for the Child of Urgathoa. This is the Bringer of Carrion. She is an infamous Urgathoan that is immortal. And when I say immortal, what she does is she shows up as feasts herself to celebrate celebrations, gets naked, holds out her body, and lets it get eaten. And no matter how much she is eaten, her organs will always grow back from her blessing.
Hers bows.
I've heard that you enjoy a good taste of meat, and since I have a favor with the Carrion Princess herself, I decided that I would ask for her to give you a hand.
She approaches.
Thank you so much.
And you see from behind the veil, the zombie holds out her hand for you.
He takes the hand
Yeah.
and he puts it in his mouth and he just bites down and rips.
Wow.
It tears off, and she just stares with her dead cataract eyes before she looks with a big smile.
He just, thank you.
You see the hand
Man.
beginning to start to grow back already, the bones reknitting as flies begin to surround from the insides. You get so many insects inside the meat.
I guess love really is dead. Or undead, in this case.
That's a good one. Ha!
Yeah. Ah!
The bringer of carrion looks at you, bows.
There will be more gifts for you. Continue your
wonderful.
service.
I will.
As you swallow, you begin to choke.
I
He
think it's
doesn't
getting
breathe,
caught
but
in
he
the
doesn't-
head.
But he doesn't breathe.
There's something lodged in your throat, making it difficult to talk.
Oh, okay.
Here, give me a moment. And he
Grimmy
shoves
will
his
clap you on
arm
the back.
down his throat a bit to try to like push.
Oh,
things out
okay.
of the way.
Well, you got it then. I don't need the help.
It's nasty. It's nasty. And you have to reach in there a little bit because your neck was opened by Kepghetto. And what I can only describe as compacted grave dirt, bone dust, and a tick all in one is in there. Seemingly it was in her hand. And as you spit it into your own, it writhes for a second, and you feel this dark energy begin to surround it. And you know that this is a grave token of appreciation from your goddess. You'll find it in your character sheet, if you want to know what it does.
Yeah.
It is of one-time use.
Mr. Kolowski. I know you are of not much use, but a mind of yours is never to be underestimated. You keep this rabble moving in the right direction in the legal terms. So, someone befitting of your mind, I procured something for you.
He reaches in and he pulls a short, extendable, swirling motifed staff with a crystal with the foldings of a brain.
Here you are, the staff of the mentalists.
Kind, Governor.
Gives you a bow.
And lastly, my delicious gift, the brother of the sister of the daughter who would kill my people. An unusual, procured, favored object that I had outsourced to get from Haldoli. Well, not from Haldoli.
He waves you forward. Casimir, you are muted. Oh, there you
I
are.
step forward.
Here you are.
And it's a eyeball
Oh,
with
fantastic.
with shadow leaking out of the pupil.
I hold out my hand and I take it. Snatch.
The eye of a hag. Made from a Valstruck. I thought it was fitting. Very clever, wasn't it?
You realize, he just said he outsourced for this gift, but he's
Yes,
taking
High
credit for it.
Governor. Very clever of you. How did you come up with such a gift?
What can I say? I have good friends.
Mm,
A hag who's also a Valstruck is a very dangerous and rare thing, so I hope you find this useful. Everyone else I've ever tried to give it to didn't.
Do I eat it?
As you put it into your hand, you feel the shadows begin to wrap around your hand. And you know that it has power. You'll find it in your character sheet. But as it hits your hand, you just hear in the back of your mind,
Eat it.
I really want to eat it.
and there's like a salivating that comes to your mouth.
Devour it. Feel the call.
We should probably leave now.
Now
We've
then.
wasted too much of the Blood Lord's time.
Yes, we have much to discuss. Thank you, agents of Geb. Pursue this Iron Favia. Kill her and all related. And this miserable plot of poisoning my people. Who knows what they're thinking of next?
One more
I'm
thing.
back next week on Blood Lords.
Your sister, Kepgetta,
Mm.
we're gonna punish her.
Well, she's dead.
Do all the Blood Lords start laughing?
They'll begin to just cackle. A few of them. Some of them remain quiet.
It's really the...
Oh goodness, that was a good one. You're funny little one.
It was a joke. Yes, thank you. I bow.
I was thinking, since she was so adamant to poison Geb, why don't we give her the most capital and grievous of all punishments?
What would that be?
Eternal Vigil.
Mm.
Tell you what, unless you have a place in mind, we're gonna send her to Mekatar, we're gonna bring her soul back into the void, and we're gonna put her into a statue that'll last forever for her permanently to be forced into a slavery state to watch over anything that we deign to choose for her to watch over for eternity. Forced to defend the lands that she tried to mess up. Isn't that neat?
It is an excellent idea, Lord Haldoli. I
Thank
suppose
you.
if you wanted my opinion or if I got a say in this, which of course I deserve no say, but if I was to have one, I suppose I would be the one to ask for her corpse, but I understand if you'd rather set her up in a vigil.
Oh, she's gotta be punished permanently. The eternal vigil
was going-
will happen. The question is, where? We were thinking maybe the Ebon Mausoleum, the Cinerarum, maybe, the Epiphenomena, the Deathless Arena, something like that. But if you have somewhere else in mind, we can set her up.
I have an idea, but I don't know if anyone else would agree with me. There was a cleansing structure on the hills that was recently attacked. If she were to look over that, it would be an even more fitting punishment, as it's not as exciting as some of the other locations around. Yeah.
Oh. So,
Put
Dude,
her
that's
outside our
pretty
house.
fucking boring.
No, I don't think we should put her outside our house. That's
We
weird.
should put her outside
so,
our house.
so
We already got a guy who looks at our house.
Soulbound to watch over a little tower. It's dumb, and I mean, working. I mean, yeah, that sounds good to me. I think we're in agreement, right?
Sure.
As long as the eternal vigil happens, her soul will be bound for eternity to Geb's cause, as would any other treasonous traitors. Now then,
Kind of.
Does that sound like a magic? Does that sound like a magic ritual thing they have to do?
Yeah.
To do that, or okay. Has the Builders League ever done that?
Yeah.
Oh.
It is their job.
Probably.
That is
Okay.
That is they build the statues for it.
Oof. Okay.
Now then, take care. We will handle this whelp of a treasoner. And, happy hag hunting.
Thank you.
Thanks, my governor.
Is that when the
Wow.
Thank you for the masquerade.
credits roll? It's like happy hag hunting.
Mhm.
Then the theme music kicks on.
Yeah, elevator music or something.
So before we go, I lock eyes with the speaker.
Speaker Neth, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I give him a wink.
Damn. Moved on so fast. First it was me, then it was Kim Nevi, now it's
That's
Neth.
this guy.
Who's it gonna be
Stones.
next? And the same
Stepping
night, no
stones.
less.
Grimnir locks eyes with the other undead Minotaur. Doesn't say anything.
Mhm.
Just thinks of himself as a fate that he may have dodged for now.
I also lock eyes with the undead Minotaur, and I wink, and then I leave.
Excellent.
Oh,
Well done.
Where
Well
you
done.
going? Where you guys going?
Where you going?
It's over here.
X is
Door's
over here.
locked.
I'm trying. I wanted you guys to roam around this battle map. Leave me alone.
Has this
Hey,
guy,
the door is
that
locked.
guy-
Hey,
The
the
door's,
door.
the door's
I don't
the
matter,
door's
the door's
locked. The door's locked.
Richie,
Door's
we need the
out of
key. Richie,
Oh,
we need the
yay.
key.
It's a massive
Richie,
Richie,
fucking.
help!
It's a
Richie,
massive
Richie.
map. It's not useful for now.
Richie, can you reach around and unlock it from the other
Ah.
side?
Ah.
Thanks.
Candles.
Did
Oh,
that
shit.
did that war guy do anything during the whole conversation? You were just looking at the fire the whole time.
Looking at the fire the whole time, but nobody rolled
Okay.
on him, so
Oh, we do love a brooding man.
he did brood the entire time. He did not seem to care at all about any of the punishments, the reveals, anything like that. Just listened
I'm
the whole
okay
time.
with it.
Do you think that guy knew everything already?
He knew everything.
All
He's
right.
been knowing.
With that, you guys can return to your manor, ready, volunteered, and now tasked with hunting down Iron Tavia, mother of Casimir and Kipgetta. But that is something that we'll get to next week. First, you guys get to relax at home for the night after a exhausting social night out, am I right?
All that dancing.
You're right.
A lot.
And we definitely level up, of course, too.
Fuck no.
We definitely level up.
You do, however, unless you guys have any quick roleplay you want to do tonight, or if you guys want to save it all for next week, because there's a whole bunch of stuff, and you guys can think about how your character would react to everything, right?
I want to go to bed.
Very well. Instead, what we'll do, with 4 minutes left in session, I'm going to go over our reputation stuff and the boons that you've gained. I can also put into the chat, and I'll kind of go over exactly what happened, and I'll let you guys know what exactly you got. But that's something that we can probably do outside of game, or outside of stream, and all
Yeah,
that
I'll be
good
honest
stuff.
with you, I'm so tired. You will tell me, and I will forget within 5
It's
minutes.
gonna fall out of my brain.
No
It's
worries.
gonna fall in my brain.
No
I'm
worries.
so sorry.
In that case, we'll end off the session and the stream, and anybody who wants to stick around, we'll talk about it. In the meantime, remember, Geb is love, Geb is death, Geb is life. You guys have a wonderful